prepared for you guys with my Sweet Rush hat on as my pre-Halloween little doodad. How you guys doing? Oh my goodness, this kind of morning it's gonna be. But can you see me? I don't know if everybody's here. Hello. I think it just went live. Good morning. So it will be recorded with me being a dork this morning, but hello. Welcome to the Sweet Rush Tag Book class. And look at, I put my hat on for you. Do you love it? I created this for an event that I was at, and I thought that I would wear it today as we kick off our farewell to Sweet Rush. My last collection with American Crafts, and we're going to create a tag book. And I even tried to work ahead, and I was going to print photos, and then my printer nozzle is clogged. So I printed a couple of photos, but they're missing black. So I'll use them as spacers. But good morning. How we doing? So happy lots of you are going to be joining me today. And even if you can't watch the whole thing, then you can come back because it will be recorded. I'm going to create live with very little plan. It is kind of an off the cuff, let's just make a tag book, and a great way to spend our Sunday together. So yes, I made this. I'm going to wear it tomorrow for Halloween, but don't you love it? It's my fascinator. So all my friends in the UK, do you think I could wear this to a wedding? Do you think people would appreciate it? So yeah, I made this for an event I taught at in Uruguay, and it was awesome. The costumes were amazing. Mine was like nothing compared to what other people were making, but I love it. So I'm going to take it off though because it's super heavy. All right, friends. But I thought I would kick off the morning with my Sweet Rush themed hat. And we're not going to chat for a long time. We're going to get right into business tonight or today. It was, Devin went out last night for Halloween, and I did makeup and hair for the girls. And then unfortunately, they got to the club they were going to. They made them wait outside for 2 hours so they could jack the price up. So wanted all these kids that are mostly college kids to spend $50 entrance fee, but that $50 didn't get them anything other than what they would get every Saturday night that they go. So they turned around and came home. So I was up late, but I'm rip-raring and ready to go. But I don't know. Do you have any questions before we get started? I just said but a lot. That was a lot of but. I have my tag book set up, all my Sweet Rush goodies. The only thing I might grab when I flip the camera, I might grab some cardstock, because cardstock is good for photo placement. You could use just white until you have your photos printed, or you could use colors that match. So I will, I meant to do that, but that was printing photos, and then my printer didn't work, because that's just the way it goes, right? That I thought, oh, it'll be fun if we have some photos. And I'm going to do my whole Texas trip prior to the cruise. And I have some photos that I tried to print, but then I was looking going, it's not very dark. And then I just did a nozzle check and the black wasn't working. And you can see it here because we shouldn't be that color, right? But more butter than better. Okay, so welcome. We're gonna have fun. I hope we have lots of friends joining us today. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you some of the things I'm gonna be using. The other thing that I was doing some inventory, and I have a whole whack of new punches, because if you've played with me before, you know one of my favorite things are paper punches. Even though I have all the cutting machines, I have manual cutting machines. Estimated cost to the US for evergreen and holly. It's all like I charge a flat rate of 25 Canadian to ship. So even though now shipping rates, like for me to ship to Texas to, I shipped one to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was $40. So I'm not putting that on anybody, right? So, and it's Canadian dollars. So the kit is, I forget, 190, I don't know, it's under 200, but it has, I think, 100 and it's 140 or $240 worth of product in it. So Canadian. So when you do your exchange rate, it's about 30% difference, 28 to 30% less. So if you just times it by 0.28 and then subtract that from your total, that will give you what the cost is for this. But so you pay, right? When you think about that, I'm answering this question and then we'll move on. We're going to create this album, which is huge. There's not even photos in it yet, right? There's not even photos in it. We're going to create all of this together. We're going to make cards and tags, and we're going to make layouts. So you don't even pay for the 20 plus hours of education that you get. So I always say the kits, don't let the sticker shock. It's like an event, right? If you go to an event, you're paying for the event. And that doesn't even include my time, right? It's just I put that in to the value of the product. So for that kit alone, you're not even paying for the full price of what the value of buying all the product on your own. So I know sticker shock, you'll look at it and go, wow, but it's 3 days. It is more product than you could buy if you just went and shopped for it and buy access only. So again, right, I always say, and you have lots left over because I don't use it all. It's hard when you're looking at it, right? And we all have so many dollars that we have to allot to our hobby and paying the bills and all the rest of it. So I know for some people, when you first look, and if you haven't done my classes before, you might look and go, wow, that seems pricey. One, it's in Canadian dollars. So do your exchange rate for US. So rate off, that's going to chop 28 to 30% off the top. You get full instructions, videos. It's worth it. So, but again, I think it's worth it, but that totally is up to you guys what you decide what you want to do. Yeah, so I'd say like around 180, 185 US. And like I said, 3 classes and a community and so much fun. It'll be so much fun. Okay, so that's it. So that's for Print Shop is available and Evergreen and Holly. And just so you know, I packed up boxes. I'm dropping off to the US tomorrow. So if you want in on not Print Shop yet, that's going to be at the end of the week. We're going to be shipping Print Shop. Cardstock is in the kits. Now we're finishing all the bits. And as we finish, I'm going to be packing and shipping. So Print Shop will start shipping the end of this week. So it'll take me a good solid week to get them all out the door. And then Evergreen and Holly, and if anyone wants one of these kits, I think I have about 5 left of the tag book kits. So when we're done today and you're like, I love it, I just want everything she used in the kit, I have about 5 of those left. I am shipping everything out tomorrow. Evergreen and Holly, and anything else that you decide to shop for at VickiBoutin.com. Okay, let's flip the camera. I'm going to read your comments on the side because I can't see it. And I can't see it on my phone, right? But remember, I'm not streaming this for my streaming platform, so I have to flip you around. I got to flip you around and Blair Witch you for a second. So let's do that. I'll try not to shoot the camera up my nose. You know, a girl will try. So let's do the things, and then I'll quickly read any of your comments or questions that I need to see before we get started. Sorry, it's hard one-hander, but I lifted up my tripod so that you guys, so you guys could see. Look at, I got to do crazy things here. So you could see my hat, but now it's up too high and you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, up my nose. I told you I wasn't going to do that. Sorry about that. Jiggly, jiggly. I am working on a better setup for in my studio. So that's going to come in the new year. That's why I need to take a little breaker at some point so that I can do all the things. If you have a question, please put question in caps in your comment section, so that it's easy for me to see it really quick. I'm going to show you all the things. Let me grab just a couple pieces of cardstock, my friends, so that we can show photo placement, because I am going to be doing some fun things. Thank you. Yes, the Evergreen and Holly will be the weekend of December 2nd to 4th. The group will open. A lot of you guys are asking. And Natalie, if you can share a link to the group, you can't get in if you didn't buy the kit or eventually access only. And you need your order number, but we can link you to the Facebook group, which will open on November 11th. The group will open on November 11th. And all you need is to follow that link and just provide your order number. Now, some of you have picked up kits, so you might not have an order number. Just put that in your comment section. And then Natalie, who is awesome and helps me get everybody into the groups, will just say, hey, is this person on your list? And I will say, yeah, definitely let them in. Because I know a whole bunch of them went off, I believe, to the Philippines somewhere. And they don't have order numbers. So definitely we can get you guys in. Let me grab a couple pieces of cardstock. Sorry, I would have had that ahead. Just give me a second. Cardstock. What colors can I use quickly? A green. A green will work. That looks perfect. Yellow for sure. Do I have a navy? Do I have a navy? A blue. I'm coming right back, friends. Just grabbing a couple pieces of cardstock over here. And I think this yellow will match. We will see. Okay. So look, I just grabbed a couple sheets of cardstock. And if I need it, I have it, right? It's good to have. Hello, Sophia. In Tomorrowland. Yeah, I love that. That's why Sunday is helpful, right? To do this on a Sunday. Okay, I'm going to have a seat. I have asked my son to pick me up a coffee, because that will be super helpful. And we have a family dinner today, so I do have to kind of stay on time, because we're doing our Thanksgiving dinner today, because I was on a cruise ship and couldn't do that, right? But friends, talking about, I'm adding a whole bunch of really cool things to my store in the next couple of weeks. So I will send out a newsletter that kind of outlines what's going in there, but Vicki's favorite basic tools are going up there, some punches, a whole bunch of fun stuff. So for today's class, you will need your paper trimmer, adhesive, you need scissors. I have a corner rounder because it's always fun on the other side of my table. I also have a couple punches. Let me grab that. I'm missing the whole convo until I settle down so I can see what you guys are talking about, right? Let's see, a stapler. I think a tiny attacher will be fun for today, okay? So if you want to grab that, I'm going to use my tiny attacher. I have a reinforcing hole punch, and I ordered, and I will be putting up in the store. I have these. And then the star one, where it's a star shape with a hole in it. I like that if you do mini books. I think it's helpful if you punch your holes wrong or anything. I have this that I'm going to use that I think will give me tag corners. I think. I'm going to try it. And then maybe some star punches. I don't know. Circle, hearts, whatever. Don't know if I'm going to use them, but I grabbed them. I can't believe you can do a live class and Thanksgiving the same day. I'm impressed. I'm not cooking though, Karen. When I'm aiming that we will finish up for 2, and then I need to go throw casserole in the oven, but I have left a list for my family that they have to do some prep work for me. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, but I think it should be good. So you'll hear my family rolling around. Thank you, Rye. Can you hand me one?
Wait a second.
They just got home from hockey. So he brought me a coffee, but I have no straw, so hopefully he'll do that for me too. So good morning, my friend Noah and Danielle. How are you, Danielle? And Robin, lots of you guys are here, so very excited. I have my cardstock, my basic tools. I also have, remember on Friday, if you were there, I created some mixed media fun, and I'm going to show you guys what I did. So that's the front and back. I just did some simple stenciling on the back of that. I have this one. So remember, I did not, well, this is actually a new one that I made, but just did a background and I fussy cut a few butterflies, so you guys can do that if you want. But I thought a photo on the top would be fun. And then I did this just with some Distress Oxide and just did some brush marks with a foam brush. And this is the tag that, remember, I did not like. And this is what I ended up with. So I ended up with that. So I don't mind it. I covered the X's. I don't know if I'll use it, but I have it. And then I just did a pink background on my orange slices. And this one, you guys, we did together. Do you have to have these? No, you could totally use pattern paper if you wanted, or you could cut out of the ready-made backgrounds if you have it already. But you will have to be conscious of what you want as your top and bottom when we flip some of these. But that's what I finished with. So I have these and then my leftover white pieces that are 4x6, right? 4x6. So you can do it later. You don't have to add them at all. But I will want extra pages in here, right? This is a good start, but I will want to add, we're going to bulk it up. So the other thing that I did is open up my ephemera packs, which is the icon ephemera and the journaling ephemera, and I have put them into little containers so I can find things quickly. I have the photos I'm not going to be using because they didn't print right, but we could use them for placement. And then I have a pack of the tassels that I'm going to put something on here, one of them at least. I'm going to add ribbon later, so when you see the finish, when I share it, I'm going to tie ribbon onto the jump ring. I have the Sweet Rush, the Sweet Life chipboard, so I'm going to be using that. I have the 6x12 sticker sheet. I'm going to be using that. The other tool that I have that I love, and I carry this in my shop because it's not a new tool. It's been around forever, but the powder tool or whatever you use to de-stickify. So if I want to use the stickers not flat, I want to pop it up, then I will put the powder on the back of it. But it is a great thing to add to your creative toolbox, right? And then I have my sticker book as well. So I know right off I'm going to use some of these. We're going to make little mini tags, and they're great for titles as well. So the sticker book and my favorite, one of my all-time ever favorite products. Can somebody comment so I just make sure we're all good? Yep, there's one. Okay. Just because I guess you guys are watching and I just like to make sure the connection is still working, right? So layered stickers, and then these will work great in a tag book as well because the bulk won't be an issue. So the other thing we have, of course, then is the 6x8 paper pad. Thank you, Rye. And I did take one sheet out and cut some butterflies under the top of it, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Thanks, Rye.
Yeah.
What a good boy. What a good boy.
Okay, bye. Have fun.
Oh, Rye, there's sugar in it.
Try this one.
Okay, it says no liquid sugar right on it.
I don't know. I just tried my best.
I know, it's not your fault. It says it right on the sticker. No sugar in that one, thank you.
Well, one of two.
Just throw that one out. I won't even drink it.
One of two.
One of two. Sorry about that, friends, but I don't want to cough on you, so that's helpful. rinse that, okay? You just dumped it in my bathroom sink. Like, oh, don't just leave that there. Okay, let's go. So what we're going to get started with is let's take the sticker or the tag book apart. How's everyone doing, friends? You still need to finish your Fernwood class. Haven't even opened Sweet Rush. What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you, Tracy. Life gets in the way. But that's one of those things that schedule it into your calendar. You tell your family or whoever, I'm going to take a day for myself and just start with the album and then work your way through to the layouts, right? But I totally get it. I also know that this brings me more joy than anything to sit down and make things, right? So I love that. Hi, Karen. How are you? I haven't seen you for a while, friend. Fernwood is amazing. Still one of my favorites. Me too. I love Fernwood. So, any questions before we get started? Are we clear on the tools? You need your adhesive, paper trimmer. I'm going to organize my bits a little bit because I don't love a super messy workspace. So I'll bring my rolling cart out and then I can use side of that for my extra, right? I always tell everyone I love my We Are Memory Keeper rolling cart. And this is what you get if you order the tag kit, okay? So I think if you have tons of Sweet Rush, throwing it on the floor. If you have tons of Sweet Rush, right, you're going to use what you have. If you used it all and there's nothing left, then ordering the kit will be cheaper than buying it all on your own, okay? And unfortunately, I can't ship it any cheaper because the stickers still need the 13 by 13 box, okay? So any questions? I think we're good. Just happy to be with my peeps live today. Me too, Kristen. I'm so happy when you guys are here. We're going to have fun. So if we have any newbies, if there's any new friends here, welcome. Very glad to have you as part of our community. For my friends that are with me all the time, welcome back. Happy to have you guys here. And let's get into it. Without further ado, the other thing you'll see on here is paper clips, because I might want to clip things before I commit. So Vicki loves her paper clips, so we need to have some paper clips. Hi, Irene. Yep, take the dog out. Get that all sorted, and then if you're ready to start with us when you come back, that's perfect. So things that I'm going to do before we get started, like I said, I'm going to take the tag book out, and then let's look right at the beginning of what we think might work as pages out of our ephemera packs, right? I think that is super helpful to then just pick our pieces. So in the tag book, you get this yummy gumball machine. It's super fun. There is a acrylic piece that just says Sweet Life. You have a full feather with a tag on it. There is the camera that opens up, right? I think that this, you could cut it or even just adhere it. This could be a perfect shaker box if you wanted to, right? It's open in there. We could do that if you want to. But what I would do then is take double-sided adhesive, a sheet, and with my circle cutters, my dies, I would cut a ring of craft foam or double-sided foam adhesive, put it inside that with a piece of acrylic, and then you could totally make a shaker box out of that. So we could do that if you want to, but I won't do it today. We can leave this for later. But wouldn't that be fun? Make a shaker box out of it. Do I have anything? If we have time, I will do it. But I just need to find the sheet of craft foam. Oh, I have some. So I could do it, friends. Look it. I think this is from scrapbook.com. So I could get my circle dies. If you would like me to do that, we could make a shaker box. So like I said, I'm going to cut a piece of clear, whatever you have, then put the ring of foam inside of it, right? Put my beads in, put a backing on it, but I would separate it so you could put foam in there so you could pop that up, and then when you could have a second shaker box if you want to do that. Yes, thank you. So Natalie is letting you know that in the UK, I do have a friend that I'm going to be shipping both Print Shop and Evergreen and Holly. So you just need to email me and we can get you on that list. So that if you guys want to partake in the kits, we'll help you out with that. So I send them off to my friend and then he disperses them. My friend Adam will disperse them in the UK. We have a list, I think about 10 right now. So I will definitely put you on that list if you're interested. So I'm going to put that aside because I think that'll be fun. Do you guys agree? Do you think a shaker box would be fun or no and just do something else? And then we have a little tag. Look how fun. A little pocket with a tag. We have the Good Times, the little layered butterfly clip. The just roll with it, just rolling with it. The green tag, the little palm tree tag, and the card pieces. You could use this, like say you have an extra tag book, I would separate it and just use it as elements either in your album, your like 6x8 album, or these would be great on your scrapbook pages as well. You'd have to ask him, Karen. I don't know how that would work, but it's worth a try, right? So I don't think Adam's here today, but it's worth a try. Okay, so let's look. First, I'm going to start with the journaling ephemera and pieces that I know already is Oh That Smile. That's going to go in there. We could use Enjoy the Ride, could be a standalone tag. Some of these pieces will attach, like look at that is fun. So just grab them, I'll lay them out so you guys can see what I'm grabbing out. And then I can just clip it, right? And have it ready. Oh, here's a tag. So some of these elements might be standalone floating in the book. Some of them may end up being attached to something. And then we have Finding Joy in the Simple Things. I think that would be a great tag. We have Important Stuff, notes, and then of course the big stuff that's always in here. So you have your layered cards and anything I'm going to show you. Two options on the back. You could stencil a pattern on it, or you could ink the edges and cut pieces of paper for it. And then, right, collecting these fabulous memories. Today's moments are tomorrow's memories. I'll pull that out too. And then the other thing that we can do, which we'll do second. So let's just clip that kind of together, right? Or put like the ones we know for sure. I'm going to put right in here. I know that's going to go as a page. I'm going to put that in my stack. I know that's going to be a page. I'm going to put that in my stack. And I know that's going to be a page. I'm going to put that right in my stack. So those three pieces right away I'm putting in my tag stack. These pieces may end up just being a part of something else. That's going in. Enjoy the Ride is in the stack. And then I think, yes, I'm going to put that in there too. And then the rest I'm going to clip. So you're literally seeing, I didn't prep anything, so you could see the process of exactly how I would go through all of this. And this is pretty much what I would do, is kind of organize my thought process. So I'm going to leave that stack. Let's see if there's anything in the icons that might be standalone elements that we wouldn't necessarily put in. There are fun things when you're doing a tag book because there's no limitation on the size, right? Well, my limitation will be 4x6, right? That these 4x6s is the biggest thing that I will put in my tag book. And I will mix them in. So I've decided 4x6 is the largest, and then anything else is fair play, right? So if I have all of my ready-mades, I'm going to put those in there. So that's kind of, look at, boop, that's my stack. Now let's go in here and see things I'll pick out too. Titles. Titles are a good thing to pick out. And even as we're going, let's just do this. let's just kind of put like and like together. So I'm going to kind of put greenery together. Oh my goodness, we're going to rock these clouds. I already have an idea for a page. So not everything, but I know elements for sure I'm going to be using in here, because we're not using all of this. You're going to have some left over that you could totally, like that guy might be too big, but we'll put there, totally use for layouts after. You know, another class I want to do is creating 12 by 12 layouts from a 6 by 8 pad. Wouldn't that be fun? So I'm going to have some mini classes that I'm going to do for, you can use whatever product you want for like 20 Canadian or 25 Canadian dollars in the new year, that we'll just get together and do mini classes. So if my big album classes are not in your budget, or you're like, I love doing them, but I'd love to do something else, I'm going to do some mini classes, because I think that that'll be a fun thing. And you can decide partake or not, right? So on top of the Friday Night Lives, which will always be free, I will always be doing that for free, just because I think it's a fun way to give back and to help you guys figure out how to use my product lines. But I do think mini classes would be super fun, because I have so many ideas and just never enough time to get it all in there, that I want to look at some more. I love this. This is going to be a page somehow in the book. I'm going to throw that right in my stack. You Are My Sunshine title. That it'd be fun to do some mini classes. Do you think you would enjoy that? Thank you for not... Thank you for that and not pushing Patreon. I don't need to do Patreon. I understand why a lot of people would do it. I get it. You know what I mean? It's, well, think. Like the prep work that went in today, and then I'll sit here for 3 hours. Not everybody can afford to do that, and rightfully so. We'll charge for it. I have my weekend events that you guys already invest in what I do, and I totally love and appreciate that. I will do Friday nights, and we're going to start in the new year. Wednesdays are going to be Mixed Media Wednesday, where I'm doing only art journaling. So it's going to totally be something I have missed that I want to get back in. So I'll just do it live with you guys. So art journaling Wednesdays are going to be a thing, and it's going to be completely free. And then what I will do eventually is just a couple mini classes, right? Where it's more focused on a certain technique or product, and we can just have fun with it. So I'm not going to separate everything, right? The rest I can look at. But I like now that if I want flowers, I know they're in this stack, right? Flowers are in a stack. Easy to find. The more organized you are when you're crafting, the better. Art journaling, it's coming. Friends, I have missed it so much, and I just don't have the time to do stuff. So I figure, like when Natalie was here and we were talking about plans for 2023, I'm like, if I schedule it in and do it live, then one, it's great content to share if you guys are just new to art journaling. When we start it in the new year, I will literally start it very systematically with the basics. Here's what I'm using. And then I will add those things to my shop. If you want to find it easily, you can find them. And then every week will be something fun and new. And then the other thing we're going to be doing is more classes in the new year. I'm going to do the photography classes that I've talked about. I'm going to do the more gel plate classes too. And there'll be mini classes. Some of them might be like a longer, month-long kind of thing, but still super affordable, so that you guys keep playing with me, right? The basics of art journaling to start. The whole first month will just literally be, what do I need to get started? Okay? So I think that's fun, right? So I grabbed out. This could be a fun page on its own, couldn't it? So let's put this in our stack. I'm going to put this in the stack. There's already a feather in there, so we might layer it, or I'll keep it for a layout. Anything else? No, because I have ideas. So good. Now the next thing we're going to go to is paper. I'm going to pull out the paper pad, okay, and get the basics of what we need out of our paper pad. Other thing you could do, if you want, pull all your titles and put them in a stack. Because I think that's helpful. Because every page, that's one of my things. It needs a title, right? Oh my goodness, friends, can I share something top secret with you guys because you're here? I'm working on my next Christmas collection. Rich is like, what? You're working on Christmas? We haven't even done Christmas this year. I'm like, that's just how this all works, dude. I'm working on Christmas. So you guys are going to freaking love it. That's all I have to say about that. Just chilling. It's going to be standalone. That's going to be fun just dangling in the album. Looking on the bright side, will not, because I will add that on the side of something. Okay, that's kind of good. Good enough, Vicki, for right now. Good enough. Don't freak the people out. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. So much fun is going to be coming. Hi, Tracy. Oh, the gel plate ones. I have so many things, friends. So many things to share. And just not enough time. So my friend Natalie, who you see here helping, always freaking amazing part of this community. I could not do what I do without Natalie D'Souza. She is definitely my girl. Amazingly talented crafter on her own and just likes me and hangs out with me and helps me. So I am very thankful for the people that I'm surrounded by so many of you guys that just started out following me as crafters who now I consider like freaking really good friends. So I love that. I can't wait till maybe we can meet in person, more of you. I've had a lot of people asking about cruises. Friends, I'm trying to, I'm going to reach out to Cruise and Crop and I'm going to see if I can't do a back-to-back European one so I could do just 2 weeks on the boat. So on the ship, so I could get 50 and 50 and do it. So I don't even care if it's like back to back, same traveling, same islands, but I think that would be a great way because so many of you are sad, right? There's no cruises, nothing is open. You can reach out to Cruise and Crop and get your name on the wait list because people cancel, stuff comes up in their lives. But they all of them filled up so fast, right? And then, yes, I'll be at 3 Craft Chicks next August. That will be super fun. So that is an in-person. But I don't have a ton of in-person booked, right? There's not a lot. It's the cruises pretty much because they're easy for me. Food and accommodation is taken care of. So I find all I have to show up for is to entertain you and for the crafting part. So I do find that that's super helpful. How we doing out there? Who is working along with me today? Because I don't know if we have a lot of people here. There's, I think 200 are here, so that's not bad, right? But who's working along with me? Is this okay? The pace okay? I have lots of drinks today because I'm trying not to cough. So I'm going to put these on my rolling cart. I'm telling you, friends, I get no kickbacks from We Are Memory Keepers. But if you go into Joann's store, some of you, if you're local, I have, I think, 3 of the carts left. If anybody wants to pick one up for my house, you need to look it up. It's the We Are Memory Keeper rolling cart. I think, what is it called? Tiered craft cart, where the trays are flat, right? Like this. I have 3 of them on the go all the time. So when I'm working now on the Christmas kit is all on the working, it's in work in progress on the cart. The one that's beside me right now is all print shop and evergreen and hollies. So when I do my lives, I can find stuff quickly. And then I always leave the open tray open as extra space, right? In my creative space. So again, I get nothing from that, but I really think it's worth investing in it. I'm watching and hand sewing. We'll work on the tag album later. I love that, but I'm glad you're here, Sarah. Just hanging out is awesome. I'm actually working on a cross-stitch project for my mama for Christmas. I love that, Tracy. And totally was worth it, right? That I enabled you to buy. But I love it. So is this the pad I used? Or maybe I put the stickers back on it. We'll see. We'll see. So now how Vicki's brain works, the next thing I would work out if, like, say I was prepping this class ahead of time for you guys, is I would look for the papers that I want to use to layer and ones that I want as a base, right? If that makes sense. So this paper pad is different. We didn't catch it when it came from the manufacturer. Normally it's split, right? That you'd have your 24 sheets of paper that would be split in 12 and 12 designs. This one we didn't catch. So it has 2 papers of each. We try to be really aware of that. I know this one, like, look, that's going to be a pretty page in the book. So I will cut from that. And leave that for now. Maybe. Oh, that's a good mat. Let me pull that aside for now. I think the husband is home. This we could use, but it is in a version already in the tag book. So for right now, I'm going to use that as a mat. Oh, that's going to be a page in the book. That's going to be a page in the book. I love it. So I did take one of the butterfly pieces, and we cut, I tried to keep it so this was 4x6-ish. Let's see if I mastered it. Yep, 4x6. So if you want to cut butterflies out like I did, take the 4x6 of the top of this piece, and that's where I got my butterflies out. And then you still have a 4x6 piece as a mat, right? So we'll just leave that in there for now. The green is kind of funky on this. I like that as a mat. So do you see that we have pages? I know this is going to be a tag. I said already, this is going to be a tag. I'm going to set those in a tag pile. Like I'm going to make a full tag out of that. And these are going to be mats for my photos because I want things that aren't going to compete a lot. So very rest the eye kind of patterns. Hi, Auntie Mimi. Sorry if I'm missing for the hellos. That has to be a page in the book. And when I say page, it still could be backed on cardstock, right? Maybe. Don't know yet. Oh, my favorite paper. So look. 2 things are going to come out of that. So we'll leave it as this for now. And don't know if I'm going to use that. Maybe the blue side. Maybe the blue side. Because look, we'll still have tons of paper you can use for layouts. And then we have the cut aparts, which I don't know right now if I'm going to use those or not. But I am going to take a piece of this out for that sunshine paper. Okay, so that's what I'm going to start with. I think it's a very good place to start. Okay. So we're just organizing right now. I have that paper, the sun paper, the cloud paper, this, because I like both sides of it. I might end up taking another page out, and then I'm going to use the sun side, but I'll back it on something because I really like that. So when we're doing this, some of these are going to be really things that I would say, if you're like, Vicki, what are good basic things to invest in? So I was going to pull dies out and cut shapes because if I was doing a tag book, I would totally cut circles, butterflies, large pages cut out of paper that are shaped. So you could use your silhouette, your Cricut. I like to have as well manual steel rule dies, and I love basic shapes. Like if I was playing totally on my own and wasn't being conscious of what you guys have to use, steel rule dies would come out for sure, because I wouldn't grab my Cricut or my silhouette because that takes a little bit more space planning. But my dies, I could have my die cutting machine right beside me. Now with investing, what would I invest in is any of the nesting dies to me are well worth your money. Circle, heart, star, rectangle, not as much. You could if you are going to spend, because I do have them, but you can cut that out. I could cut a rectangle or square, but then you can get ones that are scalloped, like so many fun and amazing things. Nesting tags, yes. Nesting butterflies. I buy a lot of them, and I'll get Natalie to pop up a share a sale link for the ones on scrapbook.com. But I buy a lot of them from scrapbook.com because I find their prices are good. And I think even my collections are on sale there right now. But I would definitely, with a tag book, we're going to keep this one where you don't need any of those things. I'll keep it rather simple, but it's definitely worth your money. So for our mats, I just picked a couple colors out. We could. Is there anything I missed? Maybe a pink, but I don't know if in the pad. It's usually on the back, right? Let's see. Is there anything that we feel, oops, we missed? Nope. I feel like I covered it. So Stacy was on the fence about a die cutting machine, but it's just too much to use the Cricut all the time. That is my thought. Like I have a Cricut and I have a Silhouette. I actually own 2 Silhouettes and a Cricut. I love them, but I love my manual die cutting machine as well. And you can get the electronic one. I think I have 2 of those. I bought 2 different brands to try them out. And then I have just the crank one. I love the little Sidekick mini kind. So for me, you know how much crafting you do. You know what your budget is. You work within it. You can find probably a lot of that stuff as well. Resale that people are maybe not crafting anymore, or their mom has gone into a home, was a crafter, and now the kids have no clue what the stuff is and they're just selling it off. You can find a lot of stuff. So definitely check Marketplace and all the rest of it, and watch when the stuff goes on sale. We have Black Friday sales that are going to be coming up. Hint, hint. There might be something that I surprise you guys with on VickiBoutin.com on Black Friday. I got to plan it. But yeah, just telling you. There might be some fun things that I put in the sales section, or it'll be good. Okay, so now I'm ready to start. I've kind of organized myself. I have some of the little things. The only other thing I would probably use, so I'll grab it, is a border punch. A border punch punches. It's the other thing, dies and punches. I own like every new one that comes out because they're not as easy to find anymore. And these are all going to be in my store. The star ones, the heart ones. I have some butterfly ones. Like I have a whole bunch that I'm going to be adding to VickiBoutin.com. And then maybe I'll even do like a punch sale, so that if you guys want to start building. Oh my goodness. And these, I haven't even added them yet. The Alphas die. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be putting these in. We're going to do some stuff with this in the new year. I forgot to put my earrings on, friends. Did you notice that? Okay, let's get a border punch. I don't care which one you use. So let's grab a couple. Oh, this could be fun today. Maybe we'll do this one today. Oops. Right? You guys would have laughed if you were watching me. So Vicki just got up to grab her border punch. And remember I told you I threw stuff on the floor? And I just like skateboarded across the floor on my envelope scoreboard. So good thing I didn't go down, because that would have happened. I almost wiped it. Wouldn't that have been a funny one? Yeah, the alpha dies are awesome for scrapbooking, right? So I ordered a whole ton of these because Natalie is like, get those alpha dies. They're amazing. So they're out in my storage area, but I haven't put them up on my website yet. So they will be going up, right? Aren't they awesome? That's the actual size. So these will be great for titles. Okay, so now what are we going to do? We're going to start building the base of the book. So we need to put some pages in here. So the first thing I like to go through and do, right, are what do I want to back on some of these, right? So I know I want, my idea for this one, which what I thought would be fun, is that's the top of the tag. This is going to be the top of the tag with a base. So the other thing you might want, you could either draw it or I might grab a circle punch so I can back this. Let's start with this one. Let's just start with that as a page. Circle punch, sorry. If you're working with me live, you know that I'm going to have to get up and grab some stuff because I didn't know I was going to need it till I needed it. So this is a big one. Like I said, if you can still find this stuff, or say you go to a garage sale and somebody's selling all their punches, buy them. Buy them. Everybody got rid of this stuff because they bought the die cutting machines. And I still like the convenience of having a paper punch. So what color do we want to put on the base of our sunshine? Maybe green. I'm going to use green. Green cardstock. You could use pattern paper. Why are you using cardstock, Vicki? Well, I like the weight of it for a tag book, right? So if I'm going to put this, I think it will look fun on here. Do we like green? Sure, green is good, Vicki. Don't overthink it. And to keep it easy, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut a 4 by 12 inch strip. You have all your punches? I agree, Robin. We'll have ladies on here and guys that'll be like, oh, I got rid of all of them when I got my die cutting. And I'm like, yeah, you need to keep those. If you gave them to your niece, go steal them from her. You need them back. So I'm going to cut this in a 4 by 6. Okay, I'm going to cut it in a 4 by 6. This one. 4 by 6 and whatever cardstock you have or pattern paper, whatever you want to use. And I am going to, the idea that this is going to go on here, right? Now, because it's a tag book, when it flips, my tag book's going to be going like this, right? So you have to be conscious of when you put anything on that if you're flipping it up and down, I'll build this page. You don't have to build it like upside down. Do you know what I mean? Because depends if you want when you're looking at it to flip and then everything would show like that. But people can also turn the book, so you don't have to be super conscious of it. But I probably will be. Now, I'm going to see the back of this, right? So I just grab that punch. I think it's the right size, or even if it's slightly smaller, that's perfect, okay? So I already know on here, I'm going to want some kind of mat for my photo. I'm going to put this kind of centered on here. So this tag might hang, maybe like that. We'll do like this. You are my sunshine. I'm going to put a little mat here. My photos I will print with my Epson PictureMate 400, and guess what, friends? I just ordered a second one. For any of my Canadians, are you ready? You love that I spend all your money. I don't even have Amazon like links, or I get nothing back from this. But here, are you ready? I ordered a second printer because I thought it was broken. I just ordered it before I came on here. Amazon.ca has the Epson PictureMate. There were 4 of them left on for $162. So you're welcome if you've been looking for it. Amazon.ca had 4 printers left. The Epson PictureMate 400 had 4 of them left at $162. I just bought it. I just bought one of them, so maybe they don't have a total of 4 left. So I'm going to go in with this green. I'm going to go very kind of tone on tone for my photo mat. So I was telling you guys that because I will print 3 by 3s, 2 by 2s, 2 by 3s, 3 by 4 photos. So you saw that, right? And the app that I like is Print to Size. And I literally dropped these in here and printed them off in like under 5 minutes, right? Canadian dollars, Kristen, yes. Canadian dollars. 262 Canadian dollars. It's going to arrive tomorrow. Yeah, can't get better than that. I do like long, thin photos. So my tag book is going to have photos that are smaller, right? You paid $2.50 American. That's what I'm talking about, right? So it is $2.62 Canadian and worth every penny. I will never say that the investment is too big. I use that printer all the time. So I'm going to cut my mat 3.5 by 3.5, and then I know I need to print a 3x3 photo for this page, okay? Can I order one from you and ship it with my next order? Yeah. That is too much work. I don't think I'd have a box to even fit it in. Question, can you print from the computer, or does it only work from your phone? You can print from your computer. Anything that has Wi-Fi. Anything that has Wi-Fi. And if I'm going to put my photography class, I'm cleaning it up and it's going to be posted before Christmas. And I talked to you guys in that class all about that printer and how I like to print my photos and apps I use. And the class is not expensive. What was it listed for? Does anybody remember, Natalie? Do you remember? $50? I think it was a $50 class. So 3.5. Okay, 3.5 by 3.5. Sorry, I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm all like worked up. So if some of you guys are finding like, wow, man, she's talking really fast. So my mat was a 4x6. My photo mat is going to be a 3.5 by 3.5. Let's just stick it on. Yeah, I think it was $50, and it's a month-long class. So I'm gonna clean some things up, add some new content, and I am going to be posting that, so it is a perfect Christmas gift, right? Yeah, the printer's $279 on Amazon at the moment. Really? I just bought it. Just bought it right now. I searched the Epson Picture and it came up at $268. So maybe I did something and now it's not on sale anymore. So I have this on here. Remember, we're going to see the back of this. So you can decide to punch your circle so it's only covering half, or we can layer the circle on top. So we'll make a decision here. So what colors, and I have tons of paper. I can pull more if I want to. Maybe I will for the circle. Let's see. I'm going to punch a circle. This circle punch is 2.5, I think. 2.5. This circle is, 3. So I'm going to punch a 2.5-inch circle. I'm okay with a white border, or you could leave it white if you want to. Is there anything else we would like to use in here? I want to pull this. No, it's out. I'm going to pull that. This will be good for punching from, okay? So I have a second one because I also want to use this a page. And what color? This is kind of fun, right? Because it has the little bits on there. Question, where is the hole going? Right here. I'm going to put the hole right there. Let's do this so we have a little placer for hole punching. What can I punch it from so you guys can see? Where did it go? I punched it. There it is. Right? I'm going to punch my hole there. That's going to be the top of my tag. Is that helpful? And then this, right, we can decide. Let's decide when we put this on here. Oh, this is going to get glued. Let's glue this down. So I put my tape here so that I don't over tape. Do you know what I mean? If I put the top here and then just lower, then I don't run the risk that, oh, you over taped. Not that it'll matter on this one because we are going to be putting the circle on the back. So now we can decide, right? So that is my first tag. Do we want to put the circle like this, which I kind of am digging, so how that will be, right? That's going to be the bottom of this tag, is going to be that. So I'm going to leave that because mine's going to flip like this, and that'll be the bottom of this tag. I'm going to go for it because I kind of like that. I'm not going to tape right up to the top yet in case I want to slide something under it. But I am digging that. I just started, Marcia, so you'll be fine. This is the first thing that we've done. Okay? So look at that. That is our first base for a tag. And I love it already. And we can start embellishing and doing some things, but right now we just kind of want the bones. I think I did. Do you think that looks centered? Vicki, you dingleberry. Quarter or a half? And half. It's off by a smidge. It's not off by enough that it's going to bother me. Okay? So that one I love. Perfect. I knew I wanted to have that. We can look at, let's look at our stack again. And see if anything jumps out that I want to deal with. So look at, I love that. That is, I know that these are standalone, because look at that, could dangle like this, or it could go in there like that. And I just like them as a page. We could add a little mat on it, so I know something's going to happen with that. I might even put it in like this with a tab. I know this guy's just going to dangle, because I love that. Not sure what these guys are going to do yet. But some of them, let's go in right now and grab these two. Grab these two, because they need something on the back, right? So let's do that right now. We're going to cover them. Right? These need something on the back. So you can decide, what do you want to pull from? What do you want to cover? You could do the back with what's remaining, right? Do you want that on the back so it carries over? That's kind of fun. Let's see, because I punched my circle out of it. Can I do it? I'll have to do it out of a new sheet. Now remembering that this is going to flip like this, so that's going to be the top of my page. So I'm going to put my clouds so they're not upside down. So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to trace it right from the top of this page, right? And what do I have that I can use? I don't even care if it's not a pen. This pencil. Doo-doo. So let's go in and trace. I think that pencil's working. And that's what I'm going to back this one. The other thing you're going to need in this class, which would totally make sense, is a hole punch. Right? You will need a hole punch at some point to add your pages. So let's go in here, and I'm going to cut just slightly inside of the line so I don't have to erase anything. I love tag books. They haven't been, like, we haven't made a new one in my recent collections because it's nice to switch it up, but it will come back again. You will see it come back at some point. So now I will use scissors for this part. The other thing that is handy, if you guys have been around for a while and like making mini books, chipboard mini books was like all the rage. Do you remember buying My Road? Like chipboard albums were all the rage. And then, you know, I find that the industry is not as big anymore and some of that stuff went away. But what I would do is always, I would tape this on here and then I would use a nail file to clean up all my edges. So if you have a nail file or sandpaper, it's sometimes nice to then just clean all your edges with your sandpaper. I like to glue these down normally with a glue stick. Yoo-hoo! I don't know if I have one down here. Oh, I do. So I normally will glue on chipboard with a glue stick. You still have that stuff too. I love it, right? And I miss that. We used to do some fun stuff. And hopefully as the industry will grow again and people come back to crafting, because I really think it's important to do some kind of version of memory keeping. And that is my other goal. Like, do you have goals for your crafting? Are you starting to kind of think of goals for your crafting for the new year? Here's one of Vicki's. I'm going to actually scrapbook again. Because when this became a full-on business, what I would find myself doing is that I make the stuff, but I don't have time to put photos in it. So I started, remember, on my Facebook Lives last year, I would print photos for any of the layouts, and I kept that up, so I'm very proud of myself that I should have an album for this year with completed layouts with photos. Well, the other thing I'm going to be doing is my 6x8 album. So if you're doing the Evergreen and Holly with me, I'm going to do photo prompts for that. So we are taking a photo every single day. Doesn't mean you have to scrap it on that page in your album, but I want by the time you're done that album, that you are going to have an album filled with photos. So you are not just making the things and then just leaving them. You can still, because I still think that's totally okay. Some people just like to craft. They don't actually even like to print the photos and put it in. They just like to make the things. And there's nothing wrong with it. There are 0 rules when it comes to crafting, right? I don't know if my brayer's clean, but the other thing that is helpful is if you have a brayer, you can just put your adhesive down and then clean your glue stick off your mat, because that's no bueno. But there's a lot of people who have left the crafting world, right? They're not doing it like they used to, right? You might have like a sister-in-law or a friend that did it with you and they're not really crafting anymore. I feel like 6x8 albums is the way that you still can do it without having to have a huge commitment of space, a huge commitment of time. So that's why I will always say I think 6x8 mini albums have an amazing place in the industry or in the crafting, because this is going to be harder to do. I can try from this side. Because it is a doable thing. You can see a start and finish to it, and you can still document your memories. You can put them in like a nice basket in your family room, and your family can look at them. They're great for if you just want to scrapbook like events in your life, like vacation, Christmas. So I feel like if you're out there watching just because you like to hang out with me, but you don't actually scrapbook anymore, you need to start doing the albums with me, right? An economical photo printer. I'm telling you, Marcia, for me, it's the Epson Picture Mate. I've had it for years. So I know the initial investment is not the best for some, but I totally think it's worth it, right? You used to do a lot of 8x8s for events. I love that too, right? But I love my 6x8s because really you can put 4x6 photos in. You don't have to do all the crazy mats that I do, right? Oh, sorry, I was reading one of your comments, but it didn't. You guys were talking to each other. So see, now that one is finished. Let's pick something. I'm putting the sunshine on that, man. We're going to let the sunshine in on the back of this one. I love it. Because the back is these anyway. I want to see that on an open tag. And I love this section in the top corner because there's some little words on it. So how are we going to do that? I'm going to use it in the bottom corner. There's words in the bottom corner. Because it's a tag. We cut those off. So we can't do that. But we can do it here. Yeah, I feel like we need to bring those people back. So if you have friends or family members who don't do it crafting with you anymore, we need to get them back. I just think it's so important. Oops. Oh, wrong chat. You were having 2 chats doing 2 things at once. That's okay, because it was a quilting, and I'm like, well, I don't know how to answer that one. So here we go. I'm going to cut this slightly smaller than the pencil line. And we got to put the bones together. But yeah, if you have a little nail file, totally works better than, you see how I was cutting the edges? Nail file makes it way cleaner. Vicki, do you have a class on your 6x8 Sweet Rush album? I sure do. And there's access only as well if you have everything. I think I have about 4 kits left of that one. But like if you needed the kit, I do have kits available. It might not be listed on my website. I'm not sure, but I do have some. And there is access only for Sweet Rush. So I didn't even look to see if the words were upside down. They won't matter so much on here, but there you go. You could totally, if you wanted to, paint these and stencil them, but really the paper's pretty. You just do that. Yeah, you can get the selfie. A lot of people love them, and that is one of those just personal preference. The reason I always talk about the Epson is because it's ink, right? It's not like a thermal printer or whatever technology the other ones use. It is actually an ink cartridge. So I find that the prints are very, very vibrant. So that's the only reason that I prefer. But a lot of people, right, like their selfies better. So again, just totally personal preference. I lost, oh here, I'm like I can't find the piece of paper now. So yeah, that is another option, selfie printer. There we go. Yay! So now, you know, the other reason I like to use the glue stick is you have some time. You can move it around. It's a little bit more forgiving, right? Before it sets up. And you can move that around if you didn't center it perfectly like I just did. Nobody's going to judge you if you bought doubles of my product, because you know that I'm on here using it all the time, right? And then I have an amazing design team that creates artwork that inspires you to use it. So a lot of people, I feel like you're with your people here, right? I would love to know what you do with these once they're created. I put photos in them, right? So Darcy, they're fun when it's done, right? I will take my photo, trim it down, and add it on here. And then I love these because I'm only going to document this trip I had to Texas. So I don't have a ton of photos. I can't fill a whole album with them, but it will be great little thing and then I just put them in a basket. And when people come over, people love to look at your photographs. So it is a more artful way to do a photo album, right? Because for me, the gifts I get back is to document my memories and actually print the photos, because no one prints like we used to. Do you remember we were always running to the drugstore to pick up the photos we printed? And now everyone has them on their phone, but what happens if you lose your phone or you haven't backed them up? Or are you going to hand your phone over to your mom to look at like your trip? So I find that this makes me print my photos. It makes me document them in a fun and artful way. And I love the process of making. So it's just the gift that keeps on giving. So that is exactly why I love to do that, right? Oh, that sounds wonderful. We are taking a trip to Europe next summer. These would be great for a travel album. They would be good. But a trip to Europe, you need one of these. You need to do it in a 6x8. Like that. And if you make it ahead of your trip, you will already kind of have an idea of the photos and things you want to document. I do a lot of travel albums. It's like my favorite. And just watch for something that's coming down the pipeline. You will be excited. Okay, so there. Let's look through. What else do we need to cover the back of, or that we think would be helpful to cover? So now we have 2 of our pages that are good to go. Let's look at what else is in here. We have all of these that can go in that stack of done, right? These are done, and however we're going to use them. The ones we did the mixed media on. Gotta move my... You're using yours for a beach trip. That will be perfect, Carol. I love it, right? My kiddos love to flip through my mini albums I create. Definitely. People love to see them, especially people who don't craft like this are usually your biggest fans, right? Like my mom will look at it and she'll be like, oh, I love looking at this. My father loves these mini books, right? I should make him one. Haven't done that in a long time. When the kids were little, we used to. So what else is out of the tag book that might need to be backed? Let's look. So we have these that are all going to be standalone pages, right? So this will be next. We're going to add these. And look at, we almost have the base of the album ready that we can start now, like building into as soon as we back some of this stuff. Like all of this is white on the back, right? All of these are white. So I'm going to show you options for this. So some of them might be like funky shaped, right? It's like, how am I going to fill this with paper? So let's take a look. This one will need to be backed, but different. And then that tag. Okay, so let's start with this. And some could totally stay white if you wanted to. I've got to organize my mess. Set this aside. So here is an easy thing. I'm going to grab a stencil and a coordinating ink. So if you guys want to do that, an ink blending tool, a very simple stencil with a small pattern or a simple overall pattern, and an ink that matches. I might grab, because there's not a lot of pink in my paper, I'm going to grab picked raspberry in regular distress because it dries faster. I'm not going to use oxide. So I'm going to grab that quick ink blending tool because I want to give you this option. So it's right behind me. So let's grab it. Hello, picked raspberry, my friend. Picked raspberry, blending tool, and a stencil. I'm not going to fall on anything this time. So I'm just grabbing a stack of stencils. Let's look. These are small, so I don't want something with a big scale, right? Like that's too big. You're not going to see most of it. You want something small scale, so maybe that, or just an overall pattern. So let's look at what we have in here. Something like this, where it's way more open space, you'll get a much pinker background. So I might use that one to show you what I'm talking about. This one will have more white and less pink. This will have more pink and less white. So let's grab another one. Same with this, like something like this, or be whatever color you're putting down would be what would be more noticeable and a lot less white. That could be fun, right? Okay, that's good, Vicki. This is not part of today, is not this. So the hearts too. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper because I need to cover my work surface. Just grab something, Vicki. It doesn't have to be anything special. Or my craft mat, which is right here. I'll just use the craft mat. So that's way easier, okay? So now you'll watch Vicki twitch because this is too messy for me. So let's just move some of what we got going on. Do you have to do this? No, you could cover everything with paper. So if you're like Vicki, you're pulling stuff out you didn't talk about and that's stressing me out, don't worry about it. You don't have to do this. You do whatever makes you happy. And you can use whatever color you want, right? So let's look at one of these ones that are kind of funky. So see, good times. I'm going to put my stencil down. Because now it's like covering it with pattern paper, but I don't have to do all that work. Now you might want to tack, because it is, the stencil's bigger than your background, so you could use a piece of washi tape and just tack this to the mat so it doesn't move on you, right? I am just going to go rogue, but you could definitely do that. And just make sure, see where my finger is, that I'm holding the stencil and the piece of paper underneath it. And then let's just go in here. I can still put pattern paper on top of this, right? But now I don't have the white edge. Some of them I'm going to leave with a white edge, and some I am going to ink on the background. I am brushing this instead of doing it in a circular motion because this paper is super porous, and I was finding that I wasn't liking how the ink was depositing. So that's why I'm putting the first layer down, kind of brushing it. And then the second layer I can put in a circular motion. Any questions, friends? I don't know why this song is in my head, but Milli Vanilli, Blame It on the Rain is what Vicky's elevator music is for today. Crazy. So see, look how pretty that is, right? So now when we flip it, I've at least got a base on here. And what I was saying is there's going to be a lot more white because there's so much open space in the stencil. So that's one. Let's do one where it's the opposite. And let's pick, because like I said, I don't have to cover all of these. Some of these I can leave white. But let's decide. We'll do the back of this palm tree one. So you could just ink the edges too if you want to. You don't have to put a stencil on there. Let's do this pattern is funky. And now here's the next song that is in my head. Clap, 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 clap your hands. The craft mat you are working on, what brand is it and where to get it? So this one is the Ranger one, but I also sell in my shop the white American Crafts one, and it's a good one too. So I have both. It's just this is what was close. But you can get this probably on scrapbook.com or wherever you guys shop, your local scrapbook store. And then the one I carry on my website is the white one from I think it's American Crafts. It could be We Are, but I believe it's an American Crafts the Sticky Thumbs brand. Okay, now let's see what this one looks like. There's a lot of open space on this too. This is very Miami Vice. Well, if you're old enough, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're not, I don't know if there's a remake of that. Look how fun that is, right? So I have that one, and I'll do one more with the hearts, and then the rest we'll just cover with paper. What do we want to do? Let's do that one. Okay. So, I didn't show you. I'm going to do that one, and I'm going to put hearts on that, just because I have the stencil here, and you can see the difference. You could do different colors if you want to, but I don't want this to necessarily be the focal point. I just want it to be like the ensemble cast or the supporting actor. Do you see how I wipe all over? Because in essence, I'm cleaning my stencil off. I'm trying to redeposit the ink that's already on the stencil, so it's less work for me later. That's it. See? Just a fun way for in your tag book or anything you can see a front and back. So even in your mini book, if it's going in one of the pocket pages and you can see the front and back, it's still nice and clean. And that's what I was talking about, right? There's a difference. More white space, less white space. Just depends on what you're inking. I'm inking into the open spaces for the hearts. I'm inking around a pattern for one is a positive and a negative. So that's another option for this. So those ones have something. Oh, look. See this? Kind of funky. What am I going to leave it white? I just threw my craft mat on the floor, so I'm just going to do this. Look, just ink the edges of it. So wherever we put paper in, now we can use like a proper square or rectangle of pattern paper. But now it has some business going around the outer edges. So it's not just plain white. Okay. Right? Clean that off now, Vicki. You just made a mess. Marcia, if you message me, I have a friend who I ship to in the UK who will then arrange to get the kits to you there. I don't ship directly on my site due to the restrictions in European countries. But you can get my kits now because I have a lovely friend in the UK who I just ship one box to. He takes care of all the custom stuff on that one order, and then he will mail them out to you. So I am working with Adam this week to get Print Shop, if you want to order Print Shop, and as well warm wishes. I just made that up. Evergreen and Holly, and anything else you want to add. So you can do that. Just contact me. Natalie has put the link up there, and it's a new thing we just started doing. I'm sure there'll be a limitation on the number we can do, but it's still, you still could fit in there if you wanted to do that. Okay, so I like that, right? So now my little funky bit, let's work on this one next. So that's the one I inked, okay? So now I'm going to maybe mimic that on the background. So let's measure that. So I'm going to do, that is a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay. So we're going to cut a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I'm also going to cut a little tag. So I'm going to cut 4.5 by 4.5 by 2.5. So let's just grab the pieces. What do we want to add on this one, friends? So what was that one? 2.5 by 4.5. 2.5 by 4.5. And we can add whatever you want to the back of that. Want to do blue? Let's do the blue. Do the blue. And maybe some more of the rainbow. I'm going to cut this part for the back. So this one is going to be but I said 2.5, right? We'll see. If I didn't, then I'll fix it. 2.5 by 4.5. But where do I want that? I'm going to cut it out of here to start. And that is going to be 4.5. I just wanted to get the clouds in it. Okay. So see, when you put it on here, we will have to cut it to tag size. So we are going to have to, I'm going to tag the corner, and I'm going to use this for the first time. Are you scared for me? Let's see if it works. Is that really that small? Yep, so let's try it on the bigger side. The angle might not be right. We will see. It's kind of, but it needs to go in a little deeper. So see what I'm going to do here? Vicki needs way more space. So I'm going to make it a tag. I'm going to make that. I think I want it to fit right there. Can you guys see that? So then Vicki will take her pencil and her ruler, and I'm going to draw the line of how deep I want that to go in on the same angle. Okay, cut it. And I don't think I need to do the other side because it's going to be covered with our mat. The pencil line on there. I don't have an eraser, so I'm going to cut it. Roughly, what will the cost be for a kit to US scrappers, please? Well, you can see the Canadian dollar. You'll have to do some of the math. It probably around the same because Adam would figure out the shipping. So email me, and maybe, I don't know if any of my UK friends are still here, but they can give you a rough idea because we've done it already with Sweet Rush, I think it was. So they can give you a rough idea. I'm going to do that. And then this one's going to be covered. Oh, we'll cut a piece off of that because just the top corner I'll cut. Doesn't matter how much because you're not going to see it. Okay. They can give you a rough idea, but just email me. We'll get you on the list, and then I can answer those questions. I do not know, but probably way cheaper than you trying to source it yourself. That would be my guess, because I was just on a trip, on a cruise I taught in the UK, or out of the UK, and we went to France and Spain, and I had quite a few UK crafters on there with me. And they were totally down for it, right? They were totally down for it. I think it must work out well. Probably the other thing too is just being able to access it. Because a lot of people, if maybe you found me on the interwebs, right? And then you're like, I want to have the things and do the things, but I can't find it. Well, it's probably just a convenience. Has worked out well. So now let's remember what I need for, I'm going to cover all that cloud up. So I went to all that work. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. And let's cut this mat again. What did I say? 2 3/4. It's going to be 2 3/4 little piece. I am going to actually use, I'm going to get wild and crazy, and I'm switching to this one. I'm going to cut a 2 3/4 square. I love that tape runner. Freaking love it. You just got to remember, like with any of the tape runners, you got to flick a little, right? When you end it and flick. I love this so much. I sell these on my website, and it's not an American Craft Sing or whatever. It's Easy Runner Grand by Scrapbook Adhesives, which I love that company. So, yeah, I love it. Maybe everybody won't agree with me. Maybe other people don't love it. I love it. 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And we're going to just mimic the front of this tag again. See, other people are loving the runner too. Okay, a little bit too big. So I'm going to cut some of it off. But, oh, I'm digging that, friends, right? Totally digging that. You could totally cover it, maybe. I'm going to cover it. I'm not going to leave any pink. But it's too long, right? That's what I'm noticing. I think I cut it too deep. Let's see what will happen. So if I attach it here, like that, right? Oh, well, it won't matter. A little bit of pink shows. But, of course, if you know me, that would bother me. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take a little bit off of the height. Just a little. And I'm going to switch this one up again a little bit. And we're going to put a foam dot. I want this to kind of look like it's sitting on there a little curvy. So we're going to do that like that. I'm going to glue the center. Yeah, I really love it. Well, and it looks like I'm not alone. Other people like it too. I'm cutting some of that off because it's still bothering me. Don't care if it's straight. It's just going to be matte. Like that. And then we'll foam dot some corners. Is anybody playing along? How are you finding? Are you able to keep up? Here's the other thing, even if you can't, like, or you're struggling a little bit, I'm going to do that. Just pop up 3 corners just to give it a little fun. Okay, so don't forget, when this flips, we're going to be building on the bottom of this one. Okay. Just watching and learning. I love that. A lot of people do the first time, right? Just hang out and maybe you're doing something else, working on something you don't really have to think too much about. And you're like, 2 things. I'm going to watch just because I enjoy spending time with Vicki. Maybe 3 things. I'm going to watch and then I can determine if it's something I want to make later. I'm going to watch and make it later. So 3 things, right? So look, put that in my finished stack. It's getting bigger and bigger and I love that. So that can go in there because it's ready to go. See? Oh, I love it. Okay, let's keep trucking here, Vicki. Did I put the pink ones in? Did I put the inked ones in? They're going in my finished stack because it makes me feel accomplished to add to my pile. Look how big this is going to be. It's awesome. These I'm not doing anything with. So now let's start building. Let's start building. So I'm going to start by kind of putting it in an order. I have some of these blank ones too. So remember, we got to do something with this one because I really love this paper. So let's make a tag out of these. Oops. That's me watching and doing this later while I catalog my stamps. I love that. You're organizing. That is fun. Yeah, you don't have to use exactly what I'm using either, right? You use what you have or you have access to. So this tag, remember, our width, the max that I'm going to go is 4. You're going to think I'm weird, but I'm going to be cutting out of this. And where will I put my photo? So watch, just watch me do my thing here. So I'm going to cut, because I can always use these to create a scallop border from later. But I want my tag to be like more of a long and narrow tag. So I'm going to offset my sun. So what is the width? Is going to be 3.5. I don't want it to be as wide as the other ones. I can use these for something else. So it's going to be 3.5. And do I want it to be 6? Where would I put a photo? Maybe on the bottom of this. So I'm going to do something kind of wacky. And I'm going to cut this at 4.5. So this piece right here, okay, is 3.5 by 4.5. I'm a liar. 3 3/4 by 4.5. 3 3/4 by 4.5. And we're going to make a page right now out of this. So this is what my thought process is on this one. Is that this is going to be the top of the tag, and we're going to put a photo off the bottom of it. So we can use, let's look, do we want to use something we already have made, or do we want to cut it? Okay, do we want to, ooh, this could be fun, right? Where we could start layering some bits. Look at that, collecting fabulous memories, maybe, maybe not. Where was the photo mat one? Did I take it out? No, the Polaroid? Look at that. No, because it's got a roller skate on it. Don't like it. Nope. Don't like that. Okay, let's see. maybe it's one of the tags I already have. Where was the one with the clip on top? Here, let's see if this works. Oh, that might be fun. Could do that. No, I don't want to. I'm just going to use cardstock. So got you excited over nothing. I will find something else to do. Okay, that might go on there. Look at that. Digging that. So enjoy the ride. That is going to be our title on this page. So it will matter what's on the back of this. So let's pick our color of cardstock from this. Question, is this something you could give as a gift to a non-crafter? Definitely, especially if you get their photos, right? Definitely if you get their photos. I think it would be awesome. So these are my colors. So I'm going to go yellow. Yellow is going to be on the bottom of this tag. Is that you, Rich? You don't say hello to me? You didn't say hello to me. That's not very nice, is it? So this one is 3 3/4. So my mat is going to be 3 1/2 to start. 3 1/2 by, let's decide. I'm going to do a square. 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. I might do something weird. Yeah, 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. See you later, Pamela. Especially if you're giving it to a person who loves your crafting but doesn't think that it's something they would do. Because this is what I have found, and you guys tell me what your thoughts are. When you give somebody something handmade, it comes from a very special place in your heart. So I have found from experience that I don't like to give handmade to people who don't appreciate handmade, because then I want to punch them when they don't say they love it. Well, not really punch them, but you get what I'm saying. It hurts my heart. I'm going to put this off like that. Look at that. I'm going to get crazy. Oh my goodness. Yep. Off like that. Can we still use enjoy the ride? I don't want to cover up the whole sun, right? It could go off the edge too, Vicki. You could get totally crazy on this. No, enjoy the ride is too big. Sorry, it's going on something else. But my tag is going to be like this. Okay? So I like that. It's a good start. Let's tack that down. So that is what my thought is with, you know, you put all that time into it, and card makers will know this. Do you know, like, the people who you make a handmade card that costs you $20 to make the card, and you give it to somebody and they think you're cheap because you didn't buy it at, you didn't buy said card at Hallmark. So that's not the person I'd give handmade, because they don't understand it. It doesn't mean you have to, like, totally hate them forever and they're no longer, like, a part of your family. It just means that don't give that person handmade. They don't understand. You need to give it to the person who is like, oh my goodness, I totally love this. Because it's giving a piece of your heart, right? So let me look at the back. Remember, this is going to flip up like this. So I'm going to put another photo mat right in this corner. But let's look. Maybe this is where we can layer. Let's see. Look. I don't care that the tag, I can cut the tag off if I want, right? So again, understanding what's going to happen here, right? This is the front of the tag. When I flip it, that's the back of the tag. So I am going to do that as a mat, but I'm going to clip this off. I used to give albums as gifts and won't any longer. Yeah, you have to just know. You know the right person. Like my mother, it's the best gift. If I made her a handmade album, they would love and cherish that because their grandkids are in it, their family's in it. They would love that. I'm only tacking down the bottom so I can still slide a photo under it, okay? So I'm going to do that on this one. Oh, I love it already. Look it. And then we still could put title and journaling, right? So I'm okay that there's a little bit of white, but now let's build the front of this. Yeah, you can only give it to people who actually appreciate it, right? I had to have a drink. We got to keep trucking here. Because remember, Vicki has to also make a casserole. So my family better be, if my mom's watching, they better chop up that cauliflower and broccoli and grate the cheese for me. And my husband better boil the macaroni because my son will not eat. Mom, you're out there. He said no to scalloped potatoes. He said no to my broccoli and cheese and cauliflower bake. He asked for macaroni and cheese. So I figured I'm making cheese sauce anyway. I can whip up a small mac and cheese, but somebody has to boil the macaroni for me. They must be card worthy. I love that, Lisa. They must be card worthy. So we're gonna embellish this. Let's build this tag. This is gonna be the first tag we work on. So you have all of your bits. Let's decide, is there an, ooh, guess what I'm gonna put on this element? I'm gonna pick a palm tree because this one is gonna have like a little palm tree vibe. Oh my goodness, look. Okay, love that already. Committing. Let's commit. Because I'm afraid, man, it's hard to balance all these things and still have a life. So I have to actually get some of these tags done. So I might add to this album and I'll share it with you after. But right now, right, so that you guys can actually get some of it done, we got to start building some pages. Oh my goodness, Lisa, that casserole is so good. So I make a roux without flour, so I use just cream cheese and whatever cheese I'm putting in it. And then I chop up the broccoli and cauliflower. I microwave it so it's not moist, like it's not runny when you put it in. And then I make my cheese sauce with butter, cream cheese, and cheese. And then I bake it in the oven. You pour it on and bake it in the oven. Huge crowd pleaser. You got to buy good cheese. Huge crowd pleaser. Okay, look it, friends. So any of these too, if you want to make it fun, you can punch circles. Like they don't have to be like, you'll need hangers, right? So this is one of those ones. Do you want to hang it right through that page? Or do you want to punch? Of course I don't have, let's just do a star to show you what I'm talking about. Any of these with a hole through it could be what you hang your tags off of, is what I meant. Hi.
I'm just finishing your to-do list.
Are you? Did you go to the grocery store already?
Yes.
Thank you.
I bought fish.
Okay.
Forgot it there. Had to go back.
Ooh.
Then I saw it on the counter. I didn't actually forget it. So I owe Sobeys $14.
Hun, what macaroni did you buy?
The kind you told me to.
Okay. So at about 1:45, if you can get the water boiling. And then your kids can help with chopping up into not tiny pieces, but, you know, bite-sized morsels. See, do you see what I'm saying? So you can add that on there. Sorry, friends. Life still happens when you join Vicki in the Boutin abode. That I still have the family who expects me on a Sunday to participate in our lives. So look at fun. That could be fun on there, right? Or let's see. So remember I told you guys that we do cheats in my collection so I can get more, because I'm only allowed 50 pieces. 50 pieces is the max. So we will do things that are cut aparts so we get more. Because 50 is never enough for me. Yeah, I have to interact with the family, right? That I'm doing this, but also get to go and hang out with my brother and my sister-in-law and my mom and my dad and our kids. Oh, I love that. Now, we're blocking some of the sun, but we're gonna go with that. I like this. If you don't use it, okay? And again, I like foam dots. So I don't want that flat on there, so I will only put them at the top. And then I'll come back and remove the backings later, but for time wise, let's just tack that in there. See, my mother must have texted him. Sheila would have texted him and said, make sure that you're on track with what you have to get done today, Mr. Boutin. And then he came down to say, I'm doing the things. See, look it. And I'm going to leave just that for now. It's good. So don't forget, this is going to flip up like that. So we can add something right now if we want to. It says just roll with it. I don't actually know if I want any more on this, because I like the option that I can put some journaling strips down here. So I'm gonna say that page is done now. Cause think, like none of my photos, but look it, will work right now. But you see what I'm saying? Like whatever I want to put on there is a photo. How fun is that? Done. Still, I could journal up in my sun. I love it. So there is one page that we're going to just set. And now let's pick another one that we kind of started. Let's do this one. And then we can put them in some kind of order. You are my sunshine. Do I want to add anything else to it? I like borders. I love this. So, you know that little strip? I'm going to use one of these. Okay. And I grabbed a couple different border punches. It's my favorite. Where are you putting the hole punch? On this one? I right now don't know, Kim. It'll either go right in here, right? So when it flips, it'll be like that. Or I will add, like I showed you with the star, a circle or like just a little strip. Sometimes I just put a strip to add these in the tag book. But I don't know sometimes until I put it together. Like I might do this, you know, like a regular tag and fold it over and then punch a hole in that. Or I'll punch it right through and just put a reinforcer on it like that. But look how fun that is already with the reinforcer. Done. Right? So I want a border on here. I'm going to put a little border above that just to add a punch of color. So let's just cut one. And this one is fun. Look it. It looks like you tore it out of a notebook. So you just line it up and punch. I don't need much. Line it up and punch. Vicki loves making tag books. These border punches are very hard to line up. This one, whoever made it, Fiskars, see how they did this deep part? This is the best design for a border punch. I would like to talk to EK and We Are, my friends there, and say, you need to design more, but this science, this design, because when you put it in, it's so much easier to line it up. I did not steal this from Simple Stories too, so don't think that I did. I used to teach classes for them, and Fiskars donated a whole bunch of punches to me, and then we wrote Simple Stories so people did not keep them. So if you're looking at that going, oh, Vicki stole that. I did not. They were my punches teaching the class, okay? So look at, I love that. I like to finish these like that, so I know I want that, and we'll cut that one. So I bet you guys were like, oh, look at, she's thieving. I did not. And I'm going to slide it underneath the mat like this. Gotta lift a bit. You just have to be very careful that it has to line up right to the back the whole time you're punching. You cannot, it can't move. So it doesn't mean I won't use it. It just means it's trickier. This one, way easier. That design is imperative. So if you're a manufacturer out there and you're going to make border punches because they're coming back, just keep that in mind. So I'm going to cut that smaller. I want it to be smaller than my mat. Okay, let's commit. So look at, now we just have, this is why I love my punches, because look at, I can just put a little decorative element on there that adds a little bit of color and pattern. And then my photo mat. And then we have little things, right? You have a whole sticker book and stickers. So let's see if we want to put a little subtitle. Because this is really how I go, and I'll kind of put the whole bones together, and then I will add jewelry at the end, if that makes sense. So when I'm done and I have my whole stack of pages, then I would come back. So I'm going to cheat a little bit with you guys. And then I would put, like, you are my sunshine, and I love subtitles. Oh, find me under the palms. Look at what just happened here. The handles break. That's really sad. But do you know that Fiskars, Scrappy Girl Dana Yates, has a lifetime warranty for their products. So definitely reach out and they should replace it. Find me under the palms today. Find me under the palms today. That's going on there, man. And now I have to find a palm tree picture to put on here, but totally going to do it. Now see how I just committed that sticker there? I will still add some glue or something, because I find that these stickers, nothing sticks the way it's supposed to. So I always don't take a chance, and I just throw a little adhesive on it, or your glue pen. That's another thing. I have 10 million of these to add to my store, because you need to own this, the Zig glue pen. Friends, just be ready for it. And you know what I buy to add to VickiBoutin.com? Things VickiBoutin.com loves to use. Well, Vicki likes to use, not .com. Love it. So what do we want to add to this one? Is there anything? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. I'm going to put this tag on here to start. Look at. We can layer a clip. Oh, I love that already. Layer, layer, layer. Oh, and I was telling you guys, so the new Christmas collection I'm working on. Natalie, you are going to love it. So we have the development is done, and now we're full on. Here's, so friends, because I like you guys to be a part of what I do. What do you feel you would love to see in a Christmas collection? Email me at, no, actually, we'll start a thread on the community page. So on the Vicki Boutin community page, we'll start a thread. I like that, because then my photo's going to fit in there. And then I can add, once my photo's on there, I can decide what I want otherwise. Now, I didn't do it, but because this was a sticker, I'm going to cheat and just put some powder behind it. Okay, sticky is gone. It's perfect now. Okay. Can you please pull the palm tree card down? Yes, this one. There you go. So say that you find when you're doing your December albums and you're like, I would love this phrase in it, or we love to do this at Christmas. Now is your time. I will be writing all of the words for my stickers. I will be planning all of it out. So if there's something you're like, I would love this. I would love this pattern. I would love this element. You need to let me know. You need to let me know, because now is the time. This collection is totally different than any of the other two I've done. You guys are going to love it. So I'm happy with this at this point. I will add more later, but this is a good place to start. Let's build this baby. So let's look in our ephemera and in our pieces and see what could be added on to this tag. Look at this. So we could do like that. You could put it on top, so that's an option. What else do we have? Ooh, notes. Look at. Maybe this instead, because I like the green on here. Okay, notes. Now let's make a mat. So there's going to be a lot of, in this album, full 4x6s because we could put a full photo in here, but as well smaller, a lot of 3x3, I think. So I'm going to do a 3.5 by 3.5 out of this, and that's my mat on this page. Stinker claws, but no one would understand. So maybe when I do my add-ons for that class next year, we'll have to do that, right? And add ornaments on the edge of the paper. You just telling you, we'll start a thread on Vicki Boutin Creative Community page on Facebook. So if you haven't joined my group, you should do that because lots of fun things happen in there. 3.5 by 3.5 is my mat. You don't have to do the same mat sizes as I am, but I love mini photos. So right, this is going to be my photo mat on here. I love it already. Love that. And notes, I'm not using it as a journal card, but you could pop it up so you could get a little journaling on there. Or we could do it just like this. Don't forget, your hole's going to be down here. Okay, sorry, so you can see. Let's figure out what elements we could add on this page. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm committing because I am digging that. I like the looks of this already. So again, you know I like my foam dot. Let's just add one to the top of this. Now, if you're going to journal, maybe I won't add anything yet because I don't know if I want to journal on an angle. So we will just commit to the bottom and leave the top just kind of hanging. And I'm going to foam dot the top of this. Okay, and I'm going to put my mat on there, but see I popped the top corners up. For right now, I'll just tack the center. I can always come back and add more adhesive after. And do that. Now, so we have kind of the bones. What do we want to fill some of the space with, right? What do we want to fill some of the space with? Let's look at our elements. We have chipboard. Ooh, look it. We can put snapshot. I like that. So I know my title is going to be snapshot on this one. Oh, maybe not because I covered too much in notes. So no, not going to do that one. But it'll be good for something later. And don't forget, your hole's going to be punched there, so just watch what you cover with. I love that. Okay, so I am going to dust the whole back of that sticker with powder. Stinker claws was the best. We have a lot of fun in these classes, right? So it is not stinker claws, it's Sinterklaas. So I'm sure any of my Dutch friends out there are like stinker claws. Yes, Vicki read it as stinker claws, and I was like, well, that's interesting. Look at how languages are different. They call Santa Claus stinker claws, and then realized, oh no, Vicki, you're just a dingling. And she said Sinterklaas, not stinker claws. Yep, it happened. Total dingleberry. Okay, so I need to pop it up so it's on the same level. So I dusted it, but I can pop it up. Again, I haven't stuck a photo underneath it, so I'm not going to put any adhesive where it's on the mat, so I still can stick my photo on here. That was super funny. Oh my goodness. And if you were with me, so nobody knew why I started to laugh hysterically, because I was laughing at myself because I couldn't believe that I read stinker claws. Let's see what we have that can fit in this bottom bit. With sticker book, we haven't went in the sticker book. We have the hearts. Like I said, I am building the bones. I will come back and re-embellish if that makes sense, because there's tons of stuff we could be adding on here. But I like to kind of get an idea, right? So I love You Are My Sunshine notes with the little floral. You can add whatever you want. You do not have to put on here or anything on here that I do. I want a title down there, so let's see what we want to add. What do we want to add? We have lots of things to choose from. Look at today. Ooh, let's see. This might work perfectly here. Look. I love that. So that's what I'm going to go with. And I'm going to actually stick this part of it down, because then I can still put a subtitle. I'm going to dust this with powder, and then I can still put my photo under it. Do you know that I would have a whole book of these freaking little tags? I love that. Sometimes I think they laugh at me. Really, you want the tag? Yes, I love that. So I'm happy with that. We're moving on to the next one. Okay, so far we have created this doop doop with that, left it naked. I can still add later. And then we have You Are My Sunshine. It doesn't mean they're going to go in this order in the book. I just finish my pages and then I decide what I want to do. And if this bothers you, you can always back that with a little piece of pattern paper or take a deep breath and move on.
I'm gonna go to the gym.
Okay, but just remember, is Denise, everybody's coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we are leaving at 4.
What?
You said 4, right?
Can you text Nanny and ask her? Because I thought it was earlier than that.
Okay.
Okay. Can you text her right now and then let me know? Mom, if you're watching and you can comment, what time is dinner tonight? Is it 4 or is it 3? Because if it's 4, then I have a little bit more time to play. Let's pick another page. Do you want to do one of our mixed media ones, friends? Want to do one of these? Look at this one's a fun one. Love this. So these to me are perfect for, you could just literally mat your photo on it. It's good to go and then embellish. It's 4. Good. Okay, so friends, I have a little bit more time. I don't have to feel as panicked. Let's do this one. Okay, so remember this one, friends.
What time was it?
It's 4. Devin is yelling up there because she's telling the story about what happened to her last night. So this is going to be the front of my page, and I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of crazies going on up there. So if you can hear it, welcome to the Boutin abode, where they're all freaking crazy. She's loud too. But I don't blame her. They looked so good last night. She was a Grecian goddess, and she had done all this beautiful makeup. Her hair was gorgeous. They looked beautiful, the girls. And they made them stand in line for 2 hours in the cold, because you know they don't wear much of a costume when you're 19. Well, my 19-year-old doesn't. And then they get to the door and they tell them that the price, because it is now past 11, is $50. But nobody was in the club. They all made them stand out there to get a $50 cover charge. And I'm like, sorry, this is not Toronto or New York City. You have college kids. Who do you think's can afford a $50 cover charge? And they didn't get anything with that. They didn't have like a special DJ there or anything. It was literally just a $50 cover charge. So, oh, look at this one will be good. How about that smile? That could be cute. See, I don't want to cover everything up on this card, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. Some of these could be journaling too, just journaling cards. I don't know what to do. on this. Will that get lost? Yes. Important stuff. I like that. So let's start. Oops. I'm going to make this super simple because I like the artwork that's going on. I'm going to make a very small photo for my card. Like I said, friends, if you do not print small photo sizes, you might not want to do what I do on this card, okay? I'm just using whatever that scrap is, and I will print a little mini photo to fit that because I can do that on print to size. If you want it to be more traditional, this is going to be a 3.5 by 2.5, so I'm going to literally print a 3 by 2 mini photo on there. You don't have to do that, okay? My friend was the Queen of Hearts, and she won the contest. I love that. That's why Michael and his friends didn't end up going. Isn't that a ripoff, Karen? They stood out there. They got there early and stood out. They made them stand in a line that on what is that street downtown? I just forgot. They made them stand there for 2 hours and then started letting people in. So everybody knew the price was going to go up the later you got there, but then they didn't let anybody in the club at the early times so that they would have to pay. And then guess what ended up happening? Nobody went. Everyone left because those kids don't have that kind of money to spend. I like this. So if you don't have to do this, but I'm totally, and I'll show you when this whole page is done, what I ended up putting photo-wise. Because sometimes, like this one might be a food picture. I might put a picture of my food on here, right? Yep, even the $20 is too much on a regular night. I totally agree. So they didn't end up, she put all that time into it, spent all that money on a costume, and they came home. So she literally tried to see, there were some house parties going on or whatever, and then they couldn't find anything. So those girls spent all that money on those costumes, like 2 hours getting ready, and that was their night. And it makes me sad because these kids already have lost out so much with COVID. You know, she didn't have a prom, didn't have a grad. She is old enough now to go and enjoy herself dancing on a Saturday night, and they did that. And then that bar ended up making no money. They made no money because everybody left. So their greed got the best of them. So I don't want to cover up all my art, so I'm going to do that. But let's find if there's a little sticker or something to add. Yes, she was not a happy camper. Or, what about one of the hearts? Let's do a heart on here. I want a color that's not going to compete. Cop showed up to the house party. She didn't miss anything. That's why it wasn't happening, right? There are pictures of the girls, Kari, that I will share privately, but I won't post them because, like I said, they wear sexy costumes. So I'm not going to put that out there. But yes, I can send you a picture of them. They were beautiful. Devin's wasn't, they were pretty. They were not, but some of the other girls, right? They're going to a club. That's what they do. Don't judge, right? If it's not your jam, you don't do it. But I don't know. How are we going to put this heart on here? But I don't put that out there for public consumption. But they were beautiful. I will share a picture of just her face, but Devin has to pre-approve it. I'm not allowed to post any pictures unless she approves it. So I will show you her makeup and her hair and her costume. Can we see the class back? I missed the answer if you already have given it. Pardon me, Karina? Yeah, you can totally watch and do later, right? So let's add some kind of little element up here. I didn't like the heart, so the heart's not going on it. But I know I'm going to put food on here. I'm going to put food. So guess what I'm going to add? There's food elements. Look how cute this is going to be. So I'm going to put some little food things. I already know I'm going to put food on here. That's why I'm going to go with anything that's snacky. So my little soda pop can go on there. Because I have pictures of some awesome restaurants I went to in Texas. So I'll just put some little food picture on there. And that'll be good. The classes are always recorded. Yes, definitely. The class is recorded. You can pause right now and go back to anything, I think, right? So that's all I'm going to put on there for now. I know I have other little things in my sticker book, I think. Maybe. But I'm all right with that. So that's the front of the tag. Remember, it's going to flip up. And then I have these little butterflies I cut out of the butterfly paper. So to do this background, I took the Tim Holtz Distress crayons, I dipped them in water, and then I drew all over the background. And then I took a baby wipe and I wiped it. So that's those lines that you see. And then I just stenciled on top of it in oxide. So for this one, I'm going to put a photo mat. Again, smaller ones, but we will use bigger elsewhere. I'm going to go again with 3.5 by 3. This is what I'm going to use on this one. Let's decide what color. I'm going to go with the blue again. No, I'm not, because it's going to get lost. Oh, I'm going to go with this, the black. I like that. Friends, just so I'll do this quickly so you guys can see, but I'm going to have to keep trucking through or I won't get through anything, okay? Because I have a time limit today. You know, normally I would just keep working away, but I have family plans today, okay? So hopefully that helps. I'll flip them over. Pencils. Did I say crayons? Pencils. Pencils. Watercolor pencils. So I changed my mind. I'm going to cut this 3 1/4 by 3.5. 3 1/4 by 3.5. Well, I love mixed media, right? Like mixed media is my jam. And it comes very naturally. It's very easy for me. I know that's not the case for everybody, right? So I like to make sure that I show you guys how I use it. So I'm going to have to lift my butterfly because this needs to slide under it. Okay, because I don't want to cover where the hole's going to be. Oh, look, actually, I like that. And it's okay that the orange side is showing on here. That doesn't bother me too much. I can move it over a bit though. There, I'll do like that. And then that butterfly is there, okay? That butterfly. Do I need this one? He might be axed or, yeah, he's not going on there. We're just doing a 3 set of butterflies. All right, what am I looking for? Tape gun. Tack it for now, and then let's decide what we're going to use for a title. Relax Here could work on that. I love that tape runner too. See how easy it is? Boop, boop, done. Okay, let's go into some of our titles and decide what we're going to use. Oh, we have some vellum pieces. See, lots of different things you guys could put on. Look how cute. Good times. Oh, look at my good food one. I love that. I'm going to clip that because that's going to go on here somewhere. Good food. Title. It can't be too big, right? Can't be too big. Oh, all the vellum ones would be fun. Hello. I love that. So I'm going to cut that, the hello vellum. And then I can put a subtitle with that, but I like that. It could go at the top too. What is behind there? I would like to staple it. So we'll see if I can get away with that. So that's some of these things too. Think about when you are flipping your card, right? Is that, like I really would love to staple, watch, I'm going to staple it to the butterfly. So I don't have to staple through my card, okay? Look at. So I am going to staple this. And I can glue the butterfly back down, right? Because it's vellum, so that's the question sometimes is how are you going to adhere that? Well, if I staple it like this to my butterfly, that'll be perfect, right? So it is attached, and then it could be stapled to the other butterfly as well. So let's lift that and it can go back on there. Like I said, I fussy cut these from the paper, but there, now they're holding it up. And now I'm also going to put pop dot on there. On this guy is going to get pop dotted. Right? Pop dotted and added. And now I love that one will go flat. So there's my title. And then I could still put a little subtitle for my sticker book. Hello, and what are we going to say? Hello, happy memories. That would be fun. Hello, happy memories. But then look at my favorite thing too, which when you put your photo on, you could decide, hello, I'm going to leave that till I put my photo on. So just know that then a little subtitle will go on there. So this one I'm happy with for right now, right? I know that good food, good mood, important stuff is going to go on here. And then I have a couple other food elements, and I'm going to put a picture of, I already know I have photos of food that I took on this trip. It will get added, okay? Hello, and then I'll put the subtitle when I know what photo's going on. So far, right? We have these pages for this tag book, which I freaking am loving. And then that, right? So let's build a new one. How you doing, friends? I know some of you will pop in and out. You aren't going to be able to do all of this today, but when I'm done, the video is recorded, right? So you can come back at any point. I know this guy is going to be standalone, so I'm adding it in there. Like that's just going to float, and when I flip, I could journal for that page, let's say, right? That could be journaling for this page. So I will add that in my stack. I know I'm not going to put anything on that. I'm going to add that one too, because that will be a great standalone page. Let's look in our stack. What do we want to do next? Is there anything you'd love for me to build right now? We have our tags, so these need to get done. And then remember I said standalone pages, because the other thing you'll want to do is some of these literally can be like a 4x6 mat that then you can just throw a 4x6 photo in it. So let's see, what size is this? Look at that. We're going to do that with this one. It is 4.5 by 6 right now. So let's create a 4x6 out of this. The shaker, I will do the shaker separately in on the Vicki Boutin Creative Community page, because that will take up all of our time today. If I make that shaker right now, no other pages for the album will be made. So I will do it live with you guys. Some point this week, I will post it on there, and we'll just leave it tagged to the top of the page, where I will have everything cut and ready, and I'll make the shaker out of this, okay? So I will do it for you guys so you can see how I made it, but it is going to be after, for sure. Okay, Suzanne? So this one is going to be a page, so I want to see if that is going to be just a photo on here, and then that is going to be a page under it, okay? So let's build the page under. So I just cut a 4x6 out of this. The front of this is going to be a photo I trimmed down, right? So imagine whatever it is. A photo I trimmed down will go on the front of this page. And then the back of this page, literally no photos. It's just going to be pretty. I'm just going to build pretty on this page. So let's go to our elements. Oh, and I want to do this one too. I want to do the cloud page. So I'm grabbing my clouds. And what else can I use with that? For sure the clouds, and then we'll decide. But this is next. We're doing a cloud page. Butterflies, they need to go somewhere. So I'll pick an element that I love on this. I think, yes, it's going to be a floral page with a title. So let's pick one of our big titles that isn't going to fit anywhere else. So we could do Good Vibes. Oh, Hello Sunshine could go like that. Could also go this way. Let's see. This is the bit I'm looking forward to. Yes, definitely. I missed Somebody Is Not Well. I miss some of the stuff right when I'm working away here, so. No, I need brighter. Need brighter. Get my fingernails done, and the idea is great, but they're sometimes hard to maneuver with. I want this on there, so we'll decide what the title's going to be. But I do like that. I like that. Committing. With pop dots. Yes, Pam, take care of yourself. Did you say something about knee surgery? Oh, here. Yes, definitely take care of yourself, my friend. And I hope that you have a very speedy recovery. Okay, so there's my flowers going to go there. Let's pick what I want for a title. Loving this. Do we like that? Okay, what is it? Where's the hole going to be punched? Hole's going to be punched here, so I need to be aware of that, right? Hole's going to be punched here. So what will happen now, this page under will be literally, I will leave it as just plain. So I can put a photo and journaling. So this is going to be like a double page spread, let's say, right? Double page spread. Oh, I love it. Okay. So this is going to be my double page spread, and this is going to be a mat for my photo. So this is going to be the top that I can put my title in. I'm only going to put a photo on here, right? So with that, we'll build it as it's a double, because I like that idea. Let's see. No, but I do like the clip on it. Let's figure out what we're going to clip. I like the clip. I don't like that title. Let's see if we have a card title that could be clipped. Oh, look at. See, there's things you could totally do, right? Where you could journal up there. I like that. Do you guys like that? Although the orange gets lost. Everything is fine when there's sunshine. True facts. You do you. You do you, I'll do me. Let's find something Vicki wants to use. Today's moments. No, but getting closer. Oh, look it. Can clip a tag. I love that. Clip a tag. And then can put a title piece on it, maybe? Let's see. Say something, say something, say something. Say something, say something. Gotta be in the rhythm of it. Can't help myself. I do like this one still. I guess a clip can go underneath, right? I like this one the best. Today's moments. And then we could do half and half, maybe. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to do that. So where is the holes going to be punched in the bottom? So just move that up. But I could also always put a doodad on here, right? Again, you guys use whatever you want to use. I like this. I'm going to go with it. And the other thing is, right, I'm doing this live. I have to make decisions or we'll never get through anything. So maybe I'll come back and change it later. But for now, I like the contrast of these two. I'm going to put that there. I'm okay if the clip's underneath it. I'm okay with that. But I'm digging that, and then we can decide later how I'm going to change some of these things. Hi, Wendy. How are you? It is okay if you just joined. We're just happy that you guys get here when you can get here. I know that it's Sunday, right? You could have stuff that's going on. No, it's going underneath. I'm not going to be that concerned. I like that. So for now, that's all I'm going to do because I'm digging that. So, right, this page is going to be just a photo. Boop, boop, just a photo. This page is going to be the story that goes with that photo. What do we want on this page? So I freaking love this. I don't want to cover it all up. So I got to decide. I love this page, and it could literally be another one. I might just do that. Where it is going to just be a little title page. I'm not going to cover any of the pretty up. I'm going to put this taggy on here because I like the green because the hole's going down here, so keep that in mind. I can put some ribbon or something off of my tag, and then I'm just going to layer a little title, and that's all. I'm not going to cover any of this up. Let's see, one of those hearts work on this page. Cool stuff. Nope. Because don't forget, right? This gives me another opportunity for a 4x6 or a photo that could go with this. Or what else could we put with it? Let's look. Look at that could go. Oh, I like it. Let's just do it. This is going to be the page that's going to go with this. But we need a title to layer on there. Ooh, how about this? I love cameras. Maybe, maybe not. Did you see how I went, like I was excited, and then I went, yeah, not too excited. I don't like that so much. It just has to make sense. Ooh. This could be fun. So for any of my roller derby friends out there, because I know that you guys exist, that could be cute on there. this one? The bike. Go on here if you want to. Totally could put the bike on there. No, I don't want to cover my pretty up, so I'm just going to tell you there's probably not going to be any kind of embellishment on here. I feel like it just needs a simple title. Again, you guys do whatever makes you happy, but I know for me, it's something like this. Like this to me is all that page needs, because it's pretty. I don't want to put a lot on there because I don't want to cover up all my pretty. So you do, oh, what's this? You do you. This might be the you do you page. No, it'll get lost. Do you like that? I like the black. I'm really just kind of vibing with that. Good vibes. That whole page gives me good vibes. So let's pop it up and commit. Commit, Vicki, and move on. Commit and move on. Just do the things. See, now it's time for singing. Some of you will love it. Some of you will hate it. I apologize. It's who I am. I can't change that. But I got the music in me, right? Can't help it. And this is a long time for Vicki to be quiet. I might put it up here though. I'm going to, and leave this space open. So I'm losing a lot of you because, right? It's hard to commit to this much time on a Sunday. I hope my husband put my jeans in the dryer because I was trying to do some laundry, right? Because here's the thing, when Vicki commits to these on a Sunday, housework doesn't get done. I love that. Simplicity sometimes, and then I'm going to put some subtitle stickers on here. I love this page. I love this. This is why mixed media is everything. And if you guys have not got on board yet with that, this will be the year. I'm going to make it happen for you guys because I'm going to teach some kind of class that makes mixed media basics. There's going to be a mixed media basics class so that you can get on board and just learn how to do the things. Because I'm telling you, you gotta do it. It is so much fun. You're missing out. Ooh, look it. What size is this? We haven't done a, so I want on here, I'm going to do a 2.5 by 3.5. That's what's going on here. So whatever I have left of this, 2.5 by 3.5. Green. They are scared of mixed media, and I totally get it, but it's time for me. It's time for me to break you out. 2.5 by 3.5. Break you out of that because I will show you how to do the things. It is so much fun. 2.5 by 3.5. Cut this little doobie off. I like the color. Because then I'll put a 2 by 3 photo on here because it's what I like to do. Look at, totally love that. Little story to tell. Now I have all this space that I can put some embellishment on. I can put some journaling. Yep, I like it. Yep, I'm doing it. How we doing out there? Anybody making along with me? How you doing? Are you making? Are you doing the things? 2.5 by 3.5. And we could put a floral down here, maybe a little pink flower. Is there a blue one? Do I have a blue flower? Look at, totally could do that. I like that. I'm gonna go with that. Maybe not that flower, but that idea. Maybe the orange one, but there's not really any orange. Ooh, maybe that one. Look at this. Totally love that. That's the one I'm gonna go with. We're going to pop it up so we still can get a photo underneath it. So, see? I pop that up. I don't take the backing off, so I still can slide my photo under it. Curl my leaves a little bit. Gluing it flat on the bottom, but it's popped up. Boop! Can slide a photo under it. I love that. And then we totally can put, let's look quickly at the sticker book. Because I will show you guys and do a walkthrough when it's finished. There will be a part 2 to this video where I walk through and I tell you what I used and where I found it from. Because I think that's helpful, right? Especially when you can find it because you've misplaced everything working away. Because now I don't know where my sticker book is. It's here somewhere. Let's see if there's a little one on here. Today, fun. Oh, yes. Look at. So I'm going to use, look at these. I'm going to use one of these today or yes, fun. So I'm going to use yes and fun. Right? Yes. Yes. Fun. Dust it. Pop dot it. Dust. Take the stick away. So you could just use talcum powder or whatever you, cornstarch, whatever you want to use. But I can't with my fingernails, dudes. Holy moly, if anything gets on this mat, and when it's paper, I just lick my finger and stick it on there. I need my sticky tool, but I don't know where that is. But I can't get my fingernails underneath it. Just need the lift, a little lift, without cutting my mat. There we go. Struggle is real. Caught up in the rhythm of it. Right? Virginia. Bingo. 100% what Virginia just said. Great way to use all your stuff instead of just putting it in your cupboard. Right? So you might have already made some layouts in a mini book, but you have a whole bunch of stuff left. Well, this is a perfect way to actually make something. And I will put it together, at least what we've built, so we can see ways to use it, right? Yes. Fun. Put that there. There. Here. Yes, fun. I like that. And you know I'm a layering diva. I love, love, love layering, scrapbooking elements. It is my thing. It's my jam. If you follow me and you like what I make, that is the key part to my design, right? I love that. And you know I'm going to junk this up, put tons of stuff on it later. But there we go. Is this the page? Maybe this can be the one. I want a page that is all, it's got to be bigger. Pick a different one. What page can I do? I want clouds. I want a cloud page. Oh, maybe this one? Maybe not. I don't know. It might have to be cardstock. So this one might have to come later. Maybe the blue one can work. I want a page that is literally just clouds at the top. That could be it. Okay, gonna make a 4x6 out of this one. Okay, what do we have left? Width, I don't care if it's wider. It's 4.5. We're gonna go with it. Okay. I want the clouds. I'm just going to use the two smaller ones. Save this for later. But I really want a page with popped up clouds like that. Okay. So this one will have foam dots. So let's just start with that. Because I find that this little tag book, I'm still super excited that, who said that again? A great way to use stuff instead of just hoarding it. I forgot already. Somebody said it. Remind me. So the other thing that I find that this is kind of what makes everything magical about Sweet Rush we're putting on this page. Everything magical about this whole collection. Like, I think we should do some kind of version of a tag book from the card pack, from whatever, with every single collection. Because this, to me, shows everything that's magical about the collection. Oh, that could be fun. Look at, oh, that smile. Oh, that smile can go on there like that. Virginia. Thank you, Virginia. You're the best, Kristen. Do we like that? I don't know. Might be too big. But it could go off. I'm going to make it go off the bottom. I'm going to add a little border on the bottom so I don't have to cover it. So we're going to add a border on the bottom of this page. What color do you guys want it in? We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just grab what we already have remaining. Will that work? Not enough? I just came up with another idea. So I'm not going to put a border with the border punch. I'm going to cut just a flag banner. Let's just cut a flag banner. Totally will work. Okay, what's on the back of this though? No, it's got to be something that is pretty plain because we're going to see it. That will work. Okay, so this is going on the front. So we need a piece that is slightly wider. That'll be perfect. Okay, that was my extra. So what are we going to do? We're just going to create a little banner piece at the bottom. But why it needs to be plain is the back is a floral. The back of this blue paper is very floral. So we need to make sure that this is not going to compete when you see it. Okay. So I'm going to put this side up, just extending my page a bit, right? But the yellow will show on the other side and it'll be okay. So that's what I'm going to do, like that. Boop. Can you guys see this? Just know I'm working blind because my laptop, for some reason, I can't do this and stream at the same time on my laptop. So I'm working blind. So if I'm off screen or anything, you guys just say, hey, I can't see what you're doing there, Lady Jane. That's what my mom used to call me. Anybody else's mom call them Lady Jane? Hey, Lady Jane. Right, so now when we flip it, it won't be ugly on that side. Ooh, it's cute. Tag books for each collection. I think it will be how we, so guess what? We're going to do a Christmas tag book, but I'm going to be mixing in Tim Hortons. Tim Holtz. Yes, I just did say Tim Hortons. Tim Holtz with Vicki Boutin's Christmas lines. But that one, I want to kind of mix my Christmas lines. Will you be mad? Would that make you mad? So now, right, I can still get my photo underneath it and adhere it later. So we'll leave that. Let's put our clouds on. Yep. So Christmas will not be pure because I'm going to mix all my Christmas collections, like things that I love, because I can do, right? You can do whatever you want. Do you like that? Because I'm going to do what I want. So I am going to, for Christmas, see, Natalie's making notes. So you know how normally, if you've been following me, I'll make Christmas projects in the month of December. This is what I'm going to do. I will have my 6x8 album that I love, you know, this one. I'm going to have this that I'm filling with my photo prompts. So again, if you're just checking in, these are still available on VickiBoutin.com. The class is the beginning of December, so if you want to work on that with me, we'll be making that. But I'm going to take all of the Christmas with the new stuff. I ordered a ton of Tim Holtz. And I have other Christmas, and I'm going to make a tag book. That's what we're going to work on. Or some kind of other mini album. So there, you've got the info. It's going to be coming. See, I can still get my photo under. Right? And put that back under and glue it. So that will work. I can still access it. I want these over a bit, maybe. I don't know. I think I just stuck that exactly in. Oh, that smile. So what could we put on here? I just wanted clouds. I like the clouds. Let's find a title that can go on the side. I want a side title for this one. I love the new Distress ink color too. So I had it, but I wasn't allowed to say anything. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to use it. I don't know if you saw on my question, did you get to sample the new, I have it. I haven't put it with my line yet, but I think it's going to match perfectly. And that's one of the things I'm going to be doing, Kristen, is I think that it's going to match perfectly. Looking on the bright side, what other things can we use? That smile, I don't know. I might just leave this for now. But you guys get it. Up here is going to just be a photo. I'm going to just put a photo up here. What could go with the clouds already? Is there anything we want to layer element-wise? Don't forget, too, we have these to add. So why am I, oh! How excited I just got. Oh! Hello Sunshine is definitely going to be clipped up here to go with the clouds. I got excited. Did you hear that? Oh, look at that is going on that page with a photo. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yep, that will work. So this scrap is 3.5, and I'm going to do a 3. 3 by 3.5 is going up there. But I'll tell you something. This is pretty heavy duty, right? So this might not be enough weight to support it, so I might double mat it. No, it'll be fine. Look at, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Did you know that I love that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love that. I love that. Okay, scissors. Yeah, the glue the back. I'll probably tape it. Kristen, I will tape that down and leave that free. Like, look. Do I have a washi? Just usually have just washi. Okay. Or you could put a glue dot. But we sure will put that down. Right? Then my mat will go on here with some foam dots. And then this is going to peek in here somewhere. There we go. Hey, boo-boo. Love it. And then I will glue that down as well. But that gives you guys an idea of how I'm going to use that one. But for right now, I don't need to totally commit. I'm just tacking it up. But I love that. Photo. Right? Fun. right? Look at what we already have accomplished. What we've already accomplished. Let's decide, because it's not in any kind of order just yet. Because you are not going to see the finished album today. Well, maybe that's what we should start doing. I'm going to get my hole punch and I'm going to put it in some kind of order. I think that's a good idea, Vicki. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I sell these on VickiBoutin.com, or you can get it wherever you buy your favorite scrapbooking things. I love this. It is a good one. I have my crocodile, but I have to say, I love that. So let's start putting this in some kind of order. I think that this is going to be helpful, right? Here we go. Let's put it in some kind of order because I don't remember now. What was this one going with? I don't remember now. This one, right? This went with this. Good vibes. Like this. Was that it, friends? No, I don't remember. Right? I think, yes. No. This. Yes. Right? Or this. Yeah. Okay, let's start with this page. Is that what I did? Do you guys remember? I think it was like this, right? I forget what good vibes went with. Okay, Vicki's got to wrap her head around what she was doing now. I don't remember what good vibes went with. Was it this? Help me. I think it was this though, right? Because we were just going to put a photo with it. This, right? But Vicki's got to make sure. So now, do not punch your holes upside down. Yes, this is it, okay? So, we need a guide for hole punching. Let's start with that. So, I have a 4x6. I'm going to make a 4x6 hole punch guide. So let's cut a strip off. I don't know. I'm going to do like a 1-inch strip. This is 4x6. So I need to find the center on here, right? So we are going to find 4x6 will be 2. And I'm going to punch a hole there. And use that as my hole punch guide. Okay. I'm going to do 1/4 inch. You could do bigger if you want. Do like 5/16. I'll do a 1/4 inch. Okay. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to find the center and I'm going to punch a hole. And now I have my hole punch guide. You could use any of the pieces that already have a hole and decide where you want that, but I'm going to use that as my hole punch guide. I'm just going to go with that. So what could you do? You could put a circle on it. I'm not going to be able to see it on here very well, but I can see it. And I'm going to start punching some holes. Now, I just have to turn it so I can see what I'm doing. This is just a piece of cardstock, right? So it's going to be a little bit thinner one. So this is definitely one of those ones that I might back it with a reinforcer, but a cardstock, right? So let's just use, I have this green cardstock here. Let's just use that. So you could go through and punch a bunch of reinforcers. And then just glue it on there, which I will do later, but right? That will then just give me a little bit of oomph. So this is the bottom page and this is the top page, right? I don't remember. I gotta look now. Now Vicki messed herself up. Because what went with the pink one? Something really pretty. And I don't remember. Or was it this? Did I just mess everything up? I might have, but you can't mess anything up. I'm gonna commit and then I'll put something else on the bottom of that one. Use my tool. You can't mess it up. It just goes in a different direction. Okay, I'm going to say that's this. So what went on this page now? I don't remember. Didn't do anything with that yet. So, I don't remember, so guess what? I'll just switch it up and do something else. That's the palm tree one? I don't remember. So, I will pick something that I want to go there. Because I also don't want everything to be the same old same. The rainbow. So, which rainbow? See, look it. I can't. I messed it up. Because I put this good vibes with the black, which it probably shouldn't have been. So now I'm committed. We're committed to this. Good vibes with this. Now, oh, what did I do? Vicki. Oh, that's why. Did you see what Vicki did? I punched a hole in the wrong spot. So it is not. This is going with that. So great, you guys get to see me be completely human. So this is this page. I need something underneath it. Because guess what? Now this has to be this page with something above it. So what's going to fit between the two? Oh, we could do that. Couldn't we? Could do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like where I punch this hole, like it has to, this is going to go like this. You know why? You can't build as, yeah, you can build 2-pagers. Just bear with me. Vicki is having a slight brain fart. The brain fart moment is happening, and I can't remember what I did. So I don't want to put another, we'll do this. This could totally work, right? Look at rainbow and sunshine with that, and rainbow and the good vibes, right? That could totally work. And I'm just going to go with it. And you need to understand why, because if I don't, we're going to be here forever. So for right now, I'm going to say this is what's happening. So do. It can change at any point, but, right? The reason being is I'm running out of time, so I want to do. You had good vibes with the cloud chipboard, did I? This one? This one? Yeah, okay, let's look. So I can add anything. So you said good vibes with this? Okay, yay! Thanks, Karen. Couldn't remember. Good vibes with cloud. Oop. Punch a hole. And watch where you put your stickers before you punch your holes, okay? Because that could have almost not worked. So that's what Karen is saying. I had that, right? Good vibes with that. So let's decide now what I want to break this up with. What did this one go with? Do you guys remember? Was it with sunshine? You are my sunshine? No, it was cloud paper, right? Ooh, this is going to work well. So it goes with cloud paper. Okay, punch a hole. watch where you pop stuff up. Punch your holes first, I'd say. That's going to go here. Now I will definitely back this with a big piece of cardstock, because when you just use paper, it's too thin right? This is what I did, right? Hello, sunshine. Now look at it works well with this one, because look at the color palette. So I'm going to cut a big yellow mat for that one. I got yellow cardstock out, didn't I? Or maybe, let's see, the blue. I'm going to do the blue. So my mat for this one is going to be all photo pretty much. So I'm going to go with a mat of 4 by 6. Hi Stacy, how are you? So you're new to my videos. So my name is Vicki Boutin. I am a paper crafter, mixed media artist, and lover of community. So I very much love my crafting community. I have collections that appear in Joann's store and at local scrapbooking stores with American Crafts. Hi Shine, how are you? You think you need this kit? I have it. There are just a few left. I'm sure after today, not as many. Okay, so 4 by 6 is going to be too big. So let's make this one 4 by 5. 4 by 5. And I live in Ontario, Canada, near Niagara Falls in St. Catharines. And I have been paper crafting for 100 million years. So look at, that's going to go on there like this, and I'm going to round the bottom corners. I'm digging it, rounding just the bottom corners, and I'll tell you why. Boop, boop. Vicky's desk is a mess now. I don't work really well in this kind of chaos, so. Okay. And now let's attach it. So it's hard to work when stuff is like you put it in the book, but we will make that work. So yeah, so if you order my kits and like you're loving this tape runner, I think I still have them in the shop. I am going to order some more because I do think it should just be a staple in there. So see, but because we have this piece, that's where we can put a little subtitle. So I'm digging that to go with this floral. If you don't like that color, don't put that color. But now we'll tie some pink. Let's see what we have. So we still have all of these we haven't cut apart, right? Do all the things. I'm going to put that up there. I don't do well with this when it gets messy, because then I can't find anything. So let's do all the things. And I love tying. I'm going to tie the orange and the pink in. I am having so much fun. Thank you, my friends, for hanging out with me when we do these and letting me come into your house and craft with you, because here's the whole thing. Because this is my job, that I don't necessarily find the time, as much time to craft and make as I would like. And that is another reason I'm going to be doing those Mixed Media Wednesdays, because that will give me an hour and a half. They won't be long ones, where I can sit down and just make. So do all the things is going in here. And then I will put some kind of picture where I'm doing all the things. And I have some fun exclusives that are going to be coming to VickiBoutin.com in the new year, friends. I am searching for some ideas that I have for organization that are going to be available on VickiBoutin.com. I'm trying to find an apron. Oh, I love that, friends. And then look, my photo will go on there, and then I can journal. So there's another page. So this is what we have so far. Okay, let's find something to go with this baby. What will match this one? We had something, right? Was it this? I love that. I'm putting that there. Okay, putting that there. This one is a hard one. I'm just going to eyeball the circle. I'm going to put that, I think, right there. Vicki, can you do a video where you make a layout using all of your scraps? I've done it before, but sure we could at some point. It's hard because I'm like a forward moving train always, right? There's so much stuff going on, but we'd have to decide what scraps I was using. Do you know what I mean? We'd have to kind of decide what we're doing here. So let's see, what do we got so far? Love that. Look. So what do we have? Let's look. Right? Fun. Fun. And we haven't even embellished yet, man. I love tag books. So that's where we're at so far. And we can decide what we want our last page. And I kind of want this to be my last page. I want to end my book with the hard cover at the back. So I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm deciding right now this is the last page in the album. Okay? And we're going to build up from there. So I love the stability that will give me. Okay? So that is my last page in the book. So we have lots of doobie-doos going on. What did we decide this one was going with? I don't even remember. Was it this? Well, we'll decide as we go here. So what do we have to add to this stack? I'm not going to make any more. I'm going to just add to what I have because, well, I'm a liar. That could change. Vicki has mentioned that they would likely start in the new year. Oh, yes. The Wednesdays are going to start in the new year because I need a break. That's the biggest reason. When Natalie was here, she's like, Vicki, wait till the new year. You can't add more on your plate. And I'm like, you are right, Natalie. So at least that gives me a time to actually make it all and plan what I'm going to do for Wednesdays. The other thing you're going to want to get yourself familiar with is I'm going to add a calendar on VickiBoutin.com. If you didn't know, when you look at the top of VickiBoutin.com, it says blog. I am going to start actively posting on the blog section. I'm going to put my calendar there so you can see what is coming. Because a lot of you want to know, when is the cruise? Where are you going to be next? When is your new collection coming out? When is the next weekend event? It's all going to be all set up for the new year. So many plans. So many plans are coming, right? I want to make it, like, if you guys like to be here and spend the time with me, wouldn't it be awesome if I made it easy for you guys to find the information? So that is my goal. What with this guy? I know I did something with the sunshine one. This one? Was this it? You are my sunshine, meet me under the palms? It can be, can't it? Should I put these two together? Or did I have another one that I don't remember now? But that will totally go, right? So definitely check out VickiBoutin.com. That is where the design team is going to start posting. All of their art is going to be posted there. So I just want to keep it all in one spot. I want to make it better. I just want everything to be better. That's why I'm going to pull back on some of the things that I've been doing and really focusing on making your experiences with me better. It's my goal, right? Sunshine is first. I don't know what that is. Irene, let me look. I don't think I have any other pages, right? I don't remember. Oh, the palm, I can't do it first and second, right? Because this is already in here. So it's going to have to go like this. So I'm just going to go with that. Oh, I see what you're saying, Irene. Because that's the top of it, right? That's what you're saying. So that can't work. So let's pick a different page that goes with that. Thank you, Irene. I'm going to punch the hole so I know. Good thing Irene is here, keeping me on my toes, because I would have totally I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I'm like, I know what you're talking about, Irene. I'm not doing it like that. Let's draw the circle. Thanks, Irene. Super helpful. That was super helpful. Yeah, because the back would have been upside down. That's what I'm saying. You got to watch. So even though I'm not showing it right now, you got to watch what's on the front and bottom, right? Front and back. So let's pick something else. We're picking something else, Irene. We're going to put something else with this. So totally changed where I was going with it, and that is okay, right? Let's do this. Then I can put a photo up there. So for right now, that's going to be it. And then look. Yes. Okay. So puncture my hole. I am doing 10 tags with Fernwood. Yes, definitely, right? Hoping one year you can come to Connecticut. Well, you know what? We just got to find the things. And the other thing is they have to be big enough events that it's worth my while to come that far, because it's a huge commitment when I leave the house. And now I have to make sure that it's financially a good idea too, right? So I can't do smaller ones now where it's like stores with 20 people. I just can't take a whole weekend away from my family when I could do an online class, and it's just a whole different thing, right? So it makes it a little tougher. Let's see, is there anything we can just clip for right now? Look at this one. I love that. Finding joy in simple things is going to go sideways with a photo. So for right now, what are we going to do? We're going to clip it. It might not stay there, but right now I'm thinking that I like that. Okay. Now we have this one we made with the mixed media. I think that a photo one is going to go on the top, and then we're just going to put a title on here. Let's see, one of my long titles will fit. I love this one. So this is a paper we ended up making yesterday and then tore it apart. Not yesterday? I don't know. It's all blended. What day was it? Friday. Look at Hello Sunshine. That could go. But I cover everything up. Don't want to do that. So it's not going. Oh my goodness, friends, though. So many plans in the works. It's gonna be good. We're gonna have a good year next year of creating. Just chilling would look, yeah, when we're floating, I'll do all of these last. But I agree with you. I'll do all of these little pieces that go in there by themselves, we'll add last. But for right now, I might just leave this and I'll come back. That could be cute. So we'll wait. I don't know yet, but let's decide what's going above this. No. But we could do, right? Like, look at, I like that there. I'm going to put that there, and then this is a page of opportunity. But just so you guys know, I'm not going to punch a hole for this one, and I'll tell you why. I want to add some kind of, ooh, look at. That could be what we punch the hole through. Look at that, could be our tag topper. So do I want that one or just this? Yeah, I'm going with it. I'm committing. Watch, see that happening? I know it blows your mind, right? Vicki is just committing. So let's pop the little thingies out first. Pop them out. Because we pay for that element to be on your ephemera. Let's use it. $2.20, perfect. But now that I thought dinner was at 3, I thought we had to leave at 3, so we're okay. But thank you, Nat. That's why I'm putting the album together, so at least you guys have a base. That's my page topper. I love it. So now let's punch a hole right in the butterfly. Well, let's make sure. How will that fit? Oh, it'll totally work. So I'm going to punch it close to the butterfly's head. Okay, close to the butterfly's head. Oh my goodness, though, mixed media, can I fit it in there? Yes. So I'm going to punch his head as the hole. because that, oh, look it. We made the head hole. And then that is a fun element, right? And now we have a whole page of possibilities on the back. So I'll do something fun there. I will, I don't even care that that's empty. Let's look. Ooh, what about this? Maybe. Because right when your photo goes behind it. Yep, I like that. This is going to be all photo matte. I don't know yet. I'm a liar. I lied right to you guys. I don't know if I want that there yet. But we're good. I'm going to leave this for right now. Because there are so many elements we still have to add, right? Look at, that's fun. Clip it. I can make a decision later, but I'm liking that with a yellow photo mat. Let's find it. What do we have left? Ooh, there's a piece here. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, Vicki. So this one is 3.5. And we're going to make it 3 by 3.5. Okay. Three by 3.5. I have no real estate, so I'm actually like holding my paper trimmer in the air to cut it. But for right now, oh, I love that. I love that. This makes me happy. Round the corners. If you can find a corner rounder. So, you know, if we were in a class right now, I would be saying, okay, everyone pause and tidy up your area, because this is what ends up happening. My brain, and everyone is different. I work way better when I'm organized. Like, it just is. So there's no judgment. If you're like, not me, I like working in a freaking disaster area. I am totally okay with that, but I know for me, I do a lot better when it's contained funk. Happy might end up going on top, just so you know. I feel like it needs to be a billboard. So look at, so we can do things that switch around. I like this better. So that's kind of, I think, maybe, because then I can do some other things. Does this not totally remind you of being a sticker collector? This reminds me of my sticker collection. This looks like not Lisa Frank or whatever, but this totally looks like 1985. I'm going to commit this because I like it so much. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to commit it because I love it. Because it's 1985. And I'm buying scratch and sniff stickers, although that was probably earlier than 1985. But you guys remember? Does anybody who lives in St. Catharines or Niagara region, do you remember Coy Brothers? Karen, are you from here? Does anybody remember Coy Brothers? So there was a store that was kind of, I think everything was at Coy Brothers. But it had the best ever sticker section in Coy Brothers. So you would go into Coy Brothers and it would have rolls of Mrs. Grossman's. It would have scratch and sniff and sticker books. Did anybody love their freaking sticker book collection? I loved my sticker book collection. Like, it was a big deal. Sticker book and marbles was like my jam. I gotta hold this up so I make sure I'm putting that on there straight-ish. Just go with it, Vicki. It's good enough. You still have yours? Oh, I love sticker book. Love my sticker book. So now you see, friends, we will get into, and I haven't even used these. Totally good stamp on here too. But digging this, right? Digging that. So I will layer now. You're getting the bones. I know I'm going to end up putting something on here. Well, let's look. Look at what could happen here. This could happen. Because I feel like they need to peek out. lot of the butterfly to show. Let's see. Can you guys see it? Am I off screen? I love that. But maybe that, no, it has to go under. I'm going to commit. Bend him up, put a pop dot, and then how's this guy gonna go? Yeah, I like that. Do you want to know something funny? I had a whole sketch of all these ideas I was gonna do, and do you know I have not referenced it once? I have a whole sketch of what I was going to do, ideas I have not referenced it once. So there is a lot of awesome that could still happen that I haven't even shared with you. I have a whole sticker, a whole, what is this thing called? Tag book that we could be doing that I haven't even referenced on here. Totally digging that, okay? Don't know what else is going to happen there, but we're going to keep trucking. Because look at what we have so far. It's just a whole bunch of happy. And like I said, this jump ring is huge. You can add as much to it as you want. So we have this. Love it. Look at roller skates and butterflies. What is better than that? So let's put that page in there. Totally putting that in there. And that matches that turquoisey color. Look. Look. Totally perfect. Love it. Just roll with it. And we'll put some kind of big title on there. This brings me joy, joy, joy. So much joy. Oh my goodness. Roller skating in heaven. It's Xanadu. That could be Xanadu. Look at Xanadu. Xanadu. It might go on there because then I just find that's the house for my... It is Xanadu, isn't it, Kristen? That was Xanadu. You know it was. Roller skating with clouds is totally channeling my Olivia Newton-John that I'm going to have to punch a hole in. It's going on there because I want it now. Vicki wants what she wants. And this is a whole bunch of, like, oh my goodness, we are channeling... Anyone who was born in the 70s, we're totally channeling our childhood in this freaking album. Xanadu. Oh, I can do it like that too? No, I can't. Yeah. Why am I having trouble? No. I can't remember, friends, how this works. Oh, I'm putting it on the... You're such a dingleberry. I wasn't putting it in the right spot. I'm like, I broke it. Oh my goodness. You need to take a picture of me and you when we meet, and our picture needs to go in that because we're just rolling with it. Freaking love that so much. Oh, you have to love this. And then look at, we need friends or family or sunshine. I need some kind of vellum. Needs to go on there. Oh, jeez. Jeepers creepers. I am freaking loving this. I love crafting. Look at good times. Oh, I'm so happy. This is me wearing my heart-shaped glasses just like Cyndi Lauper in Girls Just Want to Have Fun video, because Vicki did own them. So I got to lift my cloud off and staple my glasses on. I did own them, right? Come home in the morning like my mother says, when you gonna live your life right. And I went out, asked my mother, I had to find heart-shaped glasses just like Cyndi Lauper in Girls Just Want to Have Fun. 'Cause girls, they want to have fun. So My friends who think you could only buy Sweet Rush if you had, oh, I'd only use this collection if I had a girl. And I only have boys, so I'm not going to use a Sweet Rush collection. Can I tell you something? Yes, you can. Why can't you put yourself in it? Don't put limitations on your creativity, or Vicki Boutin will get mad at you. And it's very rare that I would get mad at you, but I would get mad at you if you said, I can't buy that because I only have boys. So? And boys might like roller skating and heart-shaped glasses too. Right? Oh my goodness, that so far is like my favorite. And when we put a photo in here, it's everything. That's everything. And I don't know if Sunshine's going to stay on here. So what are we going to do? Just clip it. Because look at, we haven't even got, this is the bones of the book. We haven't even got into using all of the elements that are in this kit. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. So we could totally put that. Lime or the hearts. Look at, what do you think? I kind of like the limes. I'm going to put that there. Because we can move anything later, right? But for right now, we just got to keep trucking. Because Vicki's got to go and do family make dinner things so that nobody gets mad at me on that side of things, right? Vicki's always just trying to make sure nobody's getting mad at her. So just know that, friends, I always have the best intention. If you've ordered from me and I've missed something in your order, I will always, always, always make it right. I will always, always, always keep doing and giving because I love it. Look at. No, don't look at. Don't look at. I don't like this, but I do like this. Hello, my name is Slim Shady. That's going to go here. Clip it. Not committed, but we're going to clip it because I like it as an element, right? And we're going to go with that. And now what's going to go with this hearts? But guess what? Now we have a little spot down here for an embellishment. And we have all of this other stuff to add. So what do we want to put in here? I'm going to commit that because I think it'll look cute on that background. So let's put this. What's going to be the front of this album? We haven't even decided that. I have to decide what's my front cover going to be. Well, for sure the bubblegum machine, right? And I might not have made yet what the cover of this album will be because I don't know. To me, it has to go boop boop, right? I like this, just chillin' is gonna go somewhere near the front too. Because I want, when you spread the album out, right, that you can see your pieces. But we need to rest the eye in here. And we haven't done that yet. So this stuff is going to lead up. So I'm just going to do this for right now, okay? Let's just do this for right now. I know that. I want on the cover somewhere. And then, what do we have? Ooh, pink and orange slices. That's kind of fun, right? Yeah. Because anywhere in here, right? We can put this. Let's just punch a hole in this guy and just add it somewhere. So now I just punched the hole there and I don't like that. So you know what I can do? Yeah. An element will go on there, a title or something. So see how I punched a hole there and now you're like, Vicki, now what are you going to do? And I'm going to cut that off. But now all I will do there is just add an element, right? There'll be a title or something will go on there, but I can add it later. But I'm digging that. Do we want orange slices? Ooh, yes, I like that. Orange slices here. This might be the cover of my book. That might be the page. Okay, so watch. How we doing? Yep, I think the pink on top will be a perfect element. And you could still add to this, friends. You know that I'm probably going to come back and share stuff with you that I added more to this album. But I'm liking this. Like, look. Don't know everything just yet, but just things that'll rest the eye. Because we need a title. Like, a title has to come on the book. But for right now, look at. And then we're going to make that a tag. Let's make that page a tag. So let's make this page a tag. That is not big enough. These people, I wonder. Okay, that's a good guide, but not a Vicki guide. So I like that as a tag rather than just a square. And we need to tie some red element in here too. Okay, we're doing good, friends, because I am almost going to have to go. Oh, Sweet Life. I like that too. That's going on here. Sweet Life. Let's look. Sweet Life. Too many small. To be honest with you, this is not going on the front of my book. I'm going to tell you that right now. I already know. I don't want that on the front of my book. It'll go in my book somewhere. And we need a bigger element here. So I'm digging this with Sweet Life there. And it might actually even get attached to that tag. Yes, let's do it. And I'll tell you why. It's just so you can see it, right? So see that? I'm stapling. I'm going to commit it to this tag permanently. Because I like that. I like that, but now I want a big element. Let's see, what do we have left? Looking on the bright side is cute too, right? Maybe. Bigger oh my, yes. Oh my, yes. Because this guy's pretty small, right? I need a bigger one. And look at. We could do an element on here where it actually is this that is hanging. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to glue this to this. My hole's going to go on there. And we're going to layer a bunch of stuff on that. I'm pop dotting it. I'm not going to actually put it flat. I'm going to pop it up. Yes, thank you. I have a few kits left, I'm telling ya. Oh, I should have done it like that, maybe. Do we like it on top, or is it okay on top like that? I just don't want to lose the pretty of the feather. Okay, Vicki, you already decided, so now you got to commit. So we're committing. But I got to make sure my foam dots are covered. Okay, punch a hole. This is going to be a tag on its own. Oh, I love it so much, I can't even tell you. Like, I love that. Okay, so it's coming together. The cover part is the hardest, right? Because you want it to be super cute, right? But I'm going to add some more. But look what we've done so far, friends. So there are still pages, look at, that need to be added. And that could go, oh, I like that too. Okay, let's add that. But I will not, I will have to put something between these. I won't do pink and pink. But we will do this. Oh, look at, good times, sweet life. Totally digging that, okay? Because, you know, when I photograph this, it'll all kind of spread out anyway, right? And then we still have these elements, but some will make it and some won't. Some of it will make it, some might. It's okay for you to, what do you call it? Edit? I can edit, but we still have all this that will make it in here because I like mini pages in my bigger pages and it's great for journaling. So let's take a little gander. But things, oh, look it. We still have lots of elements, tons of elements left that we will embellish with, right? So I will still put lots in here. And I will matte this pink. So what do we want on there that will pop? Yellow is what I think. So let's take a little peek. Right? So imagine that I put a yellow matte on that pink thing. I love it. I'm doing it right now. So it's going to be 3.5 by 4.5. So you know what's nice too, and what I find, because you will find that I have friends here that are like, have been with me for a long time. Some of you guys, right, have been hanging out with me for a long time. So you will find where they will go, and if they have the money to do it or they're so inclined, they just buy the kits. So you're going to find as you hang out and play longer, I do not ever overprice anything. If anything, I put too much in the kits that I don't actually make the money back from it. So you will find that some of you might have been looking, and I think I even dropped the price of this Sweet Brush kit to 65 Canadian, that you get all of the elements. And then look what you can make with it. And then guess what? Oh my gosh, that yellow, yes, made that pop. Is you will never find that you don't get enough in them. I'm just going to tell you that now. You will find that the stuff is covered. See, so I'll go in here and back this stuff up. I'm going to layer more. Look at Pop Dot and layer those elements. Good times. Look how pretty that looks on there. Right? And then elements, so then we can add, right? So we have, let's look at these things. Where's the gumball machine gonna go? Might be cute there. Enjoy the ride. Look, just hanging out on its own. I'm putting that there because I really like that. I'm gonna throw enjoy the ride right there because look it. Don't make everything all the same size. This is when it gets awesome. Love it. Right? Elements will be hooked on there. We have our feather, something can, oh, look it. Yes, I love it. But to be honest with you, because the feather will get a little lost, let's put this element with it. Feather and a tag, we'll fit that right in there. Flip my page. We got to find a special spot for the gumball machine. Because there's not, here's the thing, there's not a lot of red in this, right? So it's like, where is the red going to go? And we'll find a spot to make it work. Right here. Totally going to tie red in here. So my bubblegum machine is going to go right there. And then I will find another element. Right? Nope, too much. So let's find one more thing that goes with that guy that rests your eye there, because it's a lot of business going on. There's a lot of business going on right there. Nope. Has to be very plain. Very plain. That's cute. little tag. Love it. And we'll tie some red in there. Anything else I want to add before? Oh, so much fun, friends. You know what I mean? And there's no reason you can't just go in. I will go in and just put some photos. So I'll just mat and randomly place photos in some of these sections because I feel like you need to rest the eye a little bit on some of this, right? So just to show you, like I could totally put in a little photo that goes with the story I'm going to tell on this page. Like that. Right? Just some cardstock. And now I can put 2 photos in as a little sub-story. And then remember, some of the stuff isn't glued down, so now it has attached to other things. Right here is attached. It will not do that once I glue it, right? But I don't even know how I did that. Look at Here we go. So I have classes this week, friends. I don't remember which event is this weekend. I think it's Crop and Create. So I'm going to leave that there for right now. It has to go up there, but right? So much fun. And then there's other elements that are going to be added in here. Maybe like that. I like that. Okay? Punching a hole. It's going to go in here. I can put a title and put photos on, so I'm adding that there. This is tight. And then I can put something else on there. So that gives you an idea of our Sweet Rush tag book. So, my friends, what I will do, there's still a couple elements that need to be added, which I'll figure out, right? That, this, and just chillin'. I don't think these are going to make it in there. Oh, maybe this one, maybe that one. When I'm done, I am going to post so you guys will see exactly what the finish. We'll do a flip through. So I will post a video. It won't be live, just a flip through of the finished tag book. I will link it back to this video description so you'll see the finished tag flip through. And I'm going to flip the camera around so I can say a proper goodbye. And also, friends, like, look at, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be a fun finished project. And we did that. Let's flip. Sorry, you get to look at all my mess. Hi. There we go. Hello, friends. That was so much fun. Did you enjoy that? Do you have any questions before I go? That was a fun project. And it's not even completely done. I will put, look at, we didn't even talk about tassels. The tassels are going to go on there. I'm going to add stickers and photos. So when I do the walkthrough, we'll have photos on it. I will print and put photos on there as well. So it will be a properly finished tag book, and you will see, because I already have all the photos are ready for my Texas trip. So all I have to do is print them and add them. So as always, thank you so much. If you're watching after the fact, because I did create this whole class live, just kind of off the cuff, had the kit. It's using my Sweet Rush collection from American Crafts, which you could substitute for anything. The idea and the bones of the tag book are there, and you could substitute with anything that you have. I do have a couple of kits left at vickyboutin.com. If you're like, I love this, I want this kit, I'm going to do it. Just a few left. I will be shipping tomorrow if you're watching after the fact. I will also be doing, I have a whole bunch of Sweet Rush stuff that I'm going to list in a section on vickyboutin.com upcoming. All of my older collections that you guys may have been looking for, Storyteller, Fernwood, anything I have that's left over before Christmas. I'm hoping that that is what I'm going to put up for my Black Friday, is a whole bunch of kind of unicorn finds and things that I still have left that I'll put there. Vicki, save one for me. Check your email. Okay. It was fun though, right? So thank you so much. This was wonderful. This community, you fill my cup. I tell you all the time, what a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon. So thanks so much. If you have any questions, let me know. But also, please come back and leave comments in the regular section of this YouTube video, because this is recorded, so there's the live chat. But if you enjoyed this, the only thing that would be great, because I did this as a free class, is please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you have subscribed to my channel and that you leave a little comment in the comment section after. I love to go back and read them because I miss so much of the conversation because I'm working, that I would love that. And to finish off, a huge thank you to my friend Natalie D'Souza for answering and putting all the links up there. You guys are the absolute best. And Natalie, you're the best. So have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I'm off to spend some time with the Boutin Smith clan, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, the weekend's done. Have a wonderful Sunday. See you later, friends.